I was Floyd and he was me, he would never have to fight again because the exhibition shit.
Yeah.
As me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds, and we both gonna get 100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Monday, man? We back to build on this boxing. Give it his just due how we always do. How y'all feeling? Smash the like button for me. Sub to the channel. Tune in. Tap in. We gonna talk about it. Got some stuff to talk about, man. How y'all feeling? I'm hearing little whispers that Keyshawn Davis could be facing some type of suspension, but that's not confirmed yet. I wouldn't be surprised, just because of everything that transpired from, the blowing the weight. It's just like a compounded issue, right? He just continued to go down the wrong path after blowing weight like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I think a little headbutt, I sit him down, have a conversation with him. I don't know about suspending him for a year. I don't know if it's that serious though, but I'm gonna play this clip from one of the coaches on his team, and he spoke on, his side of the story. And I'm gonna, if y'all didn't hear that already, I'm gonna make sure y'all hear it. But what's good, man? What we at on the likes? We at 1 million. I know we getting there. Simply a Mary J. Peace to the queen. Yeah, Tim always going in on that. Him and Bill always going back and forth. Bill always firing back too, though. Dante's Boxing Talk, my homie. What's good, bro? 88, what's good, bro? How you feeling, man? Jamel in the building. What's good, family? Shout out to Mike Kirkland. How you feeling, bro? Don't mess with Texas. What's good with it, man? Boys be crying thrill. Hell, Jordan in the building. My guy, JJ, was good with it. Yeah, man. So, I'm seeing the fallout, man. It almost looked like the boxing world may have turned on DB3, man. They may, they just gonna have to. There's just a storm that they just gonna have to see it through. Seeing what they did, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And they could have handled it differently. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed that Keyshawn ain't come out and make a statement, right? Because he, they expect the most from him. So, but maybe it's a reason why they quiet. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't mind hearing a statement from him simply because you want to let people know you understand the magnitude of what happened, right? You want to give people less of a reason to run their mouth. But it's always two sides to a story, right? It's always two sides to a story, but we gonna talk about it. We gonna get into it. Judah Vision, what it do, man? He about to get cooked. He might. Shit, it could happen. Deep for the win. Was good with it, man. Them Norfolk Bulls crashed out, man. Yeah, they snapped out there. They snapped out. But again, the coach, I'm about to play this video for y'all. The coach spoke on it, man. He gave his side of things. Behind the Hands TV. Say he about to go investigate. Wait, the big piece of chicken. That's crazy. He said he might not be able to fight NBA for a while. And that might be a good thing. Hey, look, bro, it's always a silver lining to it. And I am in no way, shape, or form aim to try to excuse what they did, because you'll have to be a fool to do that. It's just situations like that when you got your career in your hands, you want to be smart. You want to be mindful. You want to limit the outside the ring activity, right? Y'all professionals, y'all get paid to do this shit. So don't give people a reason to count you out, right? And it looked like the boxing world, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like the boxing world has given up on them. I ain't gonna lie. Everything I see regarding DB3 is negative. I maybe have seen one or two posts that ain't completely condemning him. I mean, look, we just got to look at it for what it is. They allowed a situation that didn't have to be get out of hand a little bit. You know what I mean? Scuffle ensued. It looked like somebody got spit on. There was a lot going on back there, but I don't know how it all started. But at the end of the day, you know, the story is they jumped somebody. But I'm hearing that that's not that's not what happened. They said no punches was thrown. That's why I don't know about a yearly suspension. But as far as him not being able to fight in VA, I mean, that could be a good thing because, you know, kind of make him refocus a little bit, take a step back, restart, and get to you know, right this shit. You know, this is not the end of his career. I see people trying to make the videos, his career ruined, his brand is done, and nah, that's only the case if he can't respond like a real fighter, like a champion, like a man in this situation. That's the only way I could see it going all the way south for him. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, just gonna face the criticism of a young fighter that made a terrible mistake at the worst time. Get what I'm saying? Let's not you know, lose sight of what this is. This is a screw up. You know what I'm saying? Clear as day, it's a screw up. You know what I mean? It's not something that he need. And as long as he stay quiet, it's gonna give people more room to talk crazy and say, oh, well, why he ain't coming out and speaking on it? Why he ain't come out and making a statement? Why he didn't apologize? He missed weight. I get it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's being instructed to stay quiet and not respond. Maybe. I don't know. But it would be good to hear a statement from him. You know what I'm saying? Him or the other brother for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Bothers me more than a little dust up. Yeah, man. Cause you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Mike? Cause had that not have happened, this dust up don't happen either. You get what I'm saying? The dust up don't happen, so it's terrible. I'm with you. He said VA suspends him. The other states follow suit. I don't think so. I think it'll be something with, you know, them in specific because that's where the incident happened at. Unless somebody was to step in and just suspend them all together. But, you know, it could be one of them things where you can't go back there for a second. DB3 hates crazy. Yeah, they definitely jumping on the hate wagon. BJ33 Juan was good with it. Yeah, they said he said he headbutted him or something like that. A1 Hoops on was good with it, bro. That million he missed gonna hurt. Yeah. So hopefully, you know, it doesn't. Hopefully it don't lead to no legal action, but you know, it is a possibility. They just said we'll see. But I think when you look at everything and they from Philly, I don't think they're gonna really want to go that route. I can't blame them if they did, right? You know, for every, you know, action, there's a reaction and shit like that. And when you do things that's out of line, out of pocket, there's consequences and things like that attached to it. But in this case, I think like a headbutt, he had a knot on his head. I did read specifically that no punches was thrown. So I think in a situation like that, it's like, it's distasteful, it's disrespectful, it's in bad taste, all that stuff. It just looked crazy, right? But it could have been way worse than what it was, right? So, right, I just think the gesture alone is disgusting for the people that heavily support boxing, right? You don't want to see somebody appear as though as being a sore loser, right? And they're not even the person that lost, and you had your situation in your career in your hands, and you made a mistake. You know, you calculated, I guess you strategically planned to come in overweight, and that shit backfired. I think you used the fact that De Los Santos was out the ring so long with the fact that, you know, it was money involved, that he would just take the money and the fight would go on. I think he was very confident, even on the scales. Notice he looked very unbothered on the scale. And I think reason being is because in his mind, he felt like De Los Santos, there was no way he wasn't going to take this opportunity. But had it been solely up to him, I think the fight would have continued. But his manager stepped in, and he realized Keyshawn didn't even try to cut weight at all. And he said, nah, from what I'm hearing, De Los Santos' camp started at 190 pounds. I'm hearing that he started that heavy, 190 pounds, and got all the way down to 135. Yeah, I could see why Samson would have pulled him out of the fight too, because he probably would have got cooked, especially with Keyshawn Davis being fully hydrated and healthy, not having to cut weight. It would have been a strange situation. It would have been a bad situation for Edwin De Los Santos. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You started way up at 190 and you got down to 134.7. Nah, I don't think that fight was gonna go well for him. So I think they were smart by pulling out, and they were still able to get their entire purse. So without even having to throw a single punch. So don't mess with Texas. What it do, man? Yeah, he gonna get on his helmet. I'm sure Barbara D, my boxing mom, is in the building. How you feeling? Gianni, what's good with it, bro? Blessed mannerism. What's good with it, man? Yeah, I heard he was 190. Yeah, I heard he was 190. Dre Smith, what it do? I heard he was 190 for the start of this camp. So for him to knock that much weight off in that short of time, yeah, I know he put the work in. Respect to him, but that was crazy. Yeah, and I think it was deeper than being scared. I don't think he was scared of anything. I just think it makes sense, right? They like, nah, if he would at least try to make weight, and then yeah, we could proceed. But bro, you about to be at an advantage, they feel like, right? Because you ain't even cut, you didn't try, so you fully ready to go right now. So you only was gonna get heavier by the time the fight came. So I think it was a strategic move, pretty smart move, I think, in the long run for his team to look out for him like that. And people got to understand, man, fighters don't make all the decisions by themselves. They don't. And they got teams and people that advise them for a reason, right? And if you got somebody telling you, hey, look, we can get this bag, and we ain't even gotta fight him because he blew weight. So we about to take this check and we about to go back to the drawing board, right? We'll do this shit all over again. So the next time he go into a camp, he won't be 190 pounds. And because that sounded like a fat camp to me. And that's what I was asking. Shout out to my guy behind the hands. We was talking about it. And it sounded like he was right. Sounded like he may have had a fat camp. 190 pounds is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm telling you, 8 weeks is crazy, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know what he did to do that, bro. Bro had to be getting high or something. BJ, yeah, 190 is crazy. Hugo the Mask, what's good with it? Manny Pacquiao's back. Yeah, we're going to see how back he is. But, yeah, man, so, I mean, where do they go from here, bro? And I think it's options. I really do. I think it's really options for them. It's not the end of the world. Again, it's all about your mental capacity to start back building on what you know what I mean? Pick up where you left off. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's going to get sat down from any of this, but, if any information come out, I definitely speak on it. He better leave Mason alone. Real quick, just a quick pit stop. Bob did speak his mind on that.
Did you like that interaction with your next big star, Abdullah, and your current Keyshawn going at it a little bit?
Well, that's fine. That's okay. They're words. Words don't upset me. As long as they keep their hands to themselves, they can say whatever they want about each other, because it figures, whether it's 2 years or 3 years or 1 year, they're going to eventually end up fighting each other.
Do you like the idea of it next, like Keyshawn requested, or do you think it needs a little bit more time?
Well, I think that Abdullah hasn't had near the experience that Keyshawn has. So he just needs that experience before he's ready to step in a ring with Keyshawn.
Awesome.
And y'all heard it right there. I just wanted to make a pit stop on that because somebody mentioned the Mason thing. So look, Mason is dangerous as hell right now, bro. Ain't no mistake about it. Don't mess with Texas. That dude is dangerous right now. But you hear what Bob Arum is saying, and I take heed to that because this man been around the game for years and years and years, way longer than me, right? He's been a part of this, right? Successful company that Top Rank is. And he's telling you right there, he don't have near the experience that Keyshawn has. You get what I'm saying? And he would know because he's that's his business, right? That's his fighter. He know how both guys are being moved, and it's not the same. And it's okay to admit that. even with that being said, Mason is not far off. He's right there knocking at the doorstep. Just need a little bit more experience. And I guarantee you that's what they're going to make sure he get, whether that's 1 or 2 more fights, just going to get him a bit more experience probably before he compete for a title. You get what I'm saying? But he's right there. He's dangerous right now. But think about what Bob is saying. Bob ain't saying, nah, we doing this right now. He like, nah, he right there. He like, he's a little more time. You know, it's just a matter of time. That's pretty much what Bob's saying. Like, then they'll be in there with each other. Rocco was good with it. Yeah, that's what Bob is saying. That's exactly what Bob is saying. You get what I'm saying? But I don't want to, you know, be misunderstood. Mason is the goods, man. And the only thing that will stop him from getting in there right now is being all the way prepared and ready. And I think they got some more T's to cross and some I's to dot before they throw him in there, right? You know what I mean? They want to be for sure. You don't want to, you get what I'm saying? You're going to make for sure that he's ready. So when you put him in there, everything's a go. Shout out to Big Dog Will. He says, Tank fault, Keyshawn, crash out. He said, those are facts. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, my guy, man. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just.
He needs a little more seasoning, right, Barbara D? Yeah. I just heard Mason about to be eliminated for Raymond Mortaya. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a second too. Z was good with it, fam. I was 100 years old, birthday tomorrow. He's stupid, but he could go the WBO route. Yeah, he might. I mean, always consider which sanctioning body he's the highest ranked in. I believe that's the WBO. I think he like 3 or 4 in the WBC. So you can see one of the two, but I could see the WBO before any of the other two. They're not going to rush him. They're going to look to get him, I think, try to get him a title first. You know what I mean? And then from there, you know, it's up. IBF eliminated from Mortaya. Yeah, Asian dude. Yeah. They're not going to rush him. They're going to take their time. I know the fans want to see. They're ready to see all this stuff right now, but they're going to take their time. Yeah, Andy Cruz. Yeah, Joseph was good with it. Matter of fact, like real quick, pit stop, man, because you brought it up. So here it go right here. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Mortaya is elevated. I told y'all already. Y'all seen we talked about this already. I told y'all this is pretty much what they was going to do. I figured this was what was going to happen, and it did. Elevate him to the full champion. You get what I'm saying? At the Vasil Lomachenko retirement, now they're saying Andy Cruz versus Hironori Mishiro on Saturday night is a final eliminator to determine Moritaya's mandatory. So he could be very well facing Andy Cruz, Moritaya. So for all of the people that keep saying, why don't Keyshawn fight Andy Cruz? Andy Cruz got plans that don't immediately involve Keyshawn Davis. People don't understand that. You see stuff like this, and I said that's the route that he was going as well. And now you see it coming to fruition. Raymond Mortaya, he was looking to fight Loma. We kind of knew that wasn't going to happen because Loma is older with back issues. You get what I'm saying? He got up out of there. They elevated him to the full champion. Now you got Andy Cruz and Mishiro fighting on Saturday night for final eliminator to determine who's going to be the mandatory. I would say that's going to be Andy Cruz. I don't think Andy Cruz going to go out here and lose this fight. So we could very well be saying Andy Cruz and Raymond Mortaya. That's a good fight. It's a good fight. I ain't mad at it. It's a good fight. Nope, big dog. You gotta get a little more seasoning. Look, Keyshawn only has like 14 fights. It ain't the fights, Juan. It's quality over quantity. Keyshawn got quality over quantity. Abdullah got quantity over quality. That's not me knocking him. You hear what Bob Arum just said? It's not the number of fights that gives you the experience, man. It's the quality of the fights as well. So you heard he said he don't have nearly the experience that Keyshawn got. You get what I'm saying? So he would know. And that's just what it is. Not the number of fights, it's the quality of the fights, the opposition. Keyshawn's faced different opposition, in my opinion. I always said that. I mean, I think Bob Arum, the guy that's in Top Rank, knowing how they matchmake and moving these guys would know better than me too. So, let's talk fashion with a dude Remo. We'll fight at the mandatory too. And look for the big fights. That's what's about to happen. You said the Crash Out Brothers losing your belt, losing your crowd, 2 black eyes one night. Keep the main thing. Yeah, they tripped out a little bit. But I'm about to get to this video from a coach that spoke out about this. Poi was good with it. Yeah, I'm gonna play that in a second too. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it. But let me get to the video and let y'all hear what the coach had to say about this situation. Make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel, support the grind. Let's keep building, man. Let's keep building, man. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you do. And we're going to get to this. This is one of Keyshawn Davis's coaches explaining his side of what happened that night.
There's a whole lot of people that reached out to, how could they do this? I'm like, first of all, nobody even was backstage. Nobody that's making these comments on why would they do something like they fumbled all of these things. None of y'all saw any damn thing. But what they showed y'all, which was the aftermath, the interviews, nobody even asked. Now, this ain't even giving details of what happened last night. I just want y'all to read between the lines, because everybody talking about he got they were saying that the man got jumped last night. I want y'all to listen to his words. He said, wait a minute, Keyshawn got in my face and we was face to face and we was like heads bumping each other. And then the people grabbed him and they was like, yeah, man. How the hell does that equate to getting jumped? These are his words. These are his words. I want y'all to listen to this. How the hell does that equate to people getting jumped? Like, this is when you know people want the negative to happen.
And real quick, I'll stop it. He do got a point. And I said this, I was saying it when it happened. He's saying jumped. They was reporting jumped. You got jumped. But if you heard what Nair Albright was saying, he was saying they came in the locker room. It was 2 of them. They both came back there. You know, him and Keyshawn grabbed him or made some type of contact with him, and they butted heads, and he like head butted him or whatever the case. He said no punches was thrown. So there's no way in the possible hell that 2 people coming to approach you, but one only making contact physically with you equals being jumped at all. But again, a lot of people were just responding and going off of the reports, right? That's why it helps when people come out and speak on their side of things instead of just going quiet. It always helps, right? You just elaborate on what happened. At least you want to make clear for sure that, hey man, we ain't jumped nobody. That wasn't that. This wasn't that kind of situation. So again, silence is meaningful in certain situations. I think in this particular incident, you know, coming out and issuing a statement, especially one of a formal apology, could really get people to at least say, all right, he's aware of what took shape. That's all. You know what I mean? But we got to be real clear and real careful on that. And why I could level with this situation a lot with the jumping, because I had a personal situation where I got a phone call and was told that one of my kids was in a situation where somebody was jumped. And just to get to the school to realize that they said it never happened. And you could just imagine how pissed off I was. You told me on the phone my daughter is responsible for somebody being jumped. Then I get to the school and you're like, oh, that never happened. Man, I wanted to, you could just imagine what I wanted to do to the person that told me that. And that's coming from the principal making that kind of mistake. So people got to be very careful with the way they report stuff. Just be responsible. Don't remix shit. Don't add stuff to the situation that didn't happen. And again, I'm just going off of exactly what he said. He, out of his own mouth, the only person that made contact with him was one person. One person can't physically jump you just because another one is there. Should they been in the locker room with bad intentions? Hell no. No, not at all. No. They should, anything other than congratulating them will possibly lead to a situation like this, right? Your energy ain't right. situation ain't gonna be right. If you get into anything, it ain't gonna be right. So just got to be more mindful with your energy and what you on, right? And the situation, right? Just be aware of the moment. It was a big moment, and you don't want to mess it up more than what you already did. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike Kirkland, man, for the 10 piece. It says support for the grind. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
So we just want to be clear what, you know, what exactly was being said. This doesn't excuse anything or anything like that, right? The altercation or the little scuffle that did happen, because then it was a lot more people and bodies that got involved as well. So that got a little crazy. You know what I mean? Creole the Traveler was good with it. Dank in the building. Mike Bay in the building. Cash Sports. DK was good with it, fam. CJ in the building. Mr. Improv with it, do, fam. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is, man. You can see bro brothers on BS in the stands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not excusing it, but I'm just being very specific with what actually happened. And if we all being 100, listening to Albright, he didn't say, you know, he was physically jumped, right? No punches was thrown. You can't be jumped without punches being thrown and nobody else touching you but one person.
This is when you know the people actually are waiting for the failure. This is when you know the people actually want your ass to fail. It's always easy to criticize something that's not an option for you. If you had the option to fight at the scope last night, you would. If you had the option to be an Olympian, you would. If you had the option to be a world champion, you would. It's always easy to criticize something that's not an option. If it was an option for you, you would take advantage of it. If it was an option for you, you would take advantage of it. But when I see these damn posts, these fake ass supporters, this convenient love, because I can guarantee you, and I saw it in real time after the fight, the same people that was talking all of this crazy shit is the same people that's going to come up to him and ask to take pictures. The same people that are going to ask for free tickets to the next fight. Yes, another thank you, JJ, for actually. I'm glad you brought that shit up, because JJ. Now this is actually coming from people who were actually there. The dude Albright, his brother, is the one who hit one of our teammates. Like I said, now this is actually coming from people who were actually there.
Skywalker was good, bro.
The dude Albright, his brother, is the one who hit one of our teammates. Like I said, recognize the narratives that's been pushed. All you hear is headlines of Keyshawn. Oh, him, they jumped him. They jumped him. The commotion that y'all saw is the aftermath of once Albright brother punched one of. That's when you saw the commotion. That's when you saw everybody jumping in. That's when you saw everybody getting riled up after his brother swung on one of our team. So what y'all saw on ESPN of people pushing around, and that was after Albright brother came back there and literally swung on one of our guys. Not just swung, hit one of our guys in the face. But y'all rather let's not give the person that gives our community the benefit of the doubt, as if targeting people in a position of power, especially black men in a position of power, they would never do that. The media would never try to paint somebody, one of us, as a villain. The media would never try to push the narrative that, wait a minute, if y'all listen to the commentary throughout the whole damn night, oh, this man is so disappointing. That's disappointing. in his hometown recognize this. I can guarantee you, if Tim Bradley was in the Philippines, matter of fact, if he was in California, surrounded by Latinos, at a Ryan Garcia fight, saying, listen, Ryan Garcia, the fact that he tested positive and he's not able to fight, like, really is a disgrace. He's a disgrace. It's disappointing, man. Like, where's the professionalism? Come on, y'all gotta be honest with yourselves. Like, stop hopping on the bandwagon. Stop being fucking followers, and actually show some. You actually are a leader when you stop hopping on the bandwagon of everybody else. Y'all not even entertaining. Y'all not even answering. Hey, Key, you need to make a post and tell us what happened before we judge you. Y'all would rather believe the negative shit. Already on seeing memes, already on seeing people making videos, like, I'm already seeing so many, like, I don't deleted a whole lot of people on my Facebook because I see the fake ass love. The fake ass love. I'm seeing this shit in real time. And like I said, it is so disappointing. But is it really that surprising?
I just wanted to play that through. I didn't want to keep stopping it, so we could have got the gist of what he was saying. As far as, look, that's when you put yourself in certain predicaments, man, you open the floodgates for people to jump on that hate train or that hate wagon or whatever the case, right? It's just a position that you put yourselves in. And then, to his point, people were asking for somebody to respond. You heard me saying that these are things you want to get out in front of as soon as you possibly can, because it's just a bad look for your brand and your message, everything you've been building. So if you smart, yeah, you do get out in front of this, right? If you Keyshawn Davis. And that's all I always wanted them to. I would rather, I like to hear both sides. At the end of the day, the biggest question, and I think it's a fair question, and I'm a genuine supporter, so I ain't no fake dude, is what was your intent on being in the locker room anyway? And if you look at what Kelvin said, emotions got, intention was high, shit got out of control. That had to be on y'all side, because it wasn't Albright and Team Albright. That wasn't where they was supposed to be. As far as why the guy threw a punch, I don't know. I don't know why somebody on Team Albright or his brother threw a punch, but I'm guessing he's reacting to the situation that may have happened. If you two brothers walk up to one of my brothers and it's a physical confrontation, more than likely the next thing to do is to throw a punch. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, so can't really say he wrong for that. Like, especially if that's what happened. But the biggest, I think, question is why was y'all there? I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? And again, that situation doesn't take place if y'all are not there. You get what I'm saying? It can't happen. And I'm a genuine fan, so miss me with the fake support. I ain't nothing fake about me. Y'all hear me, DB3 this. I'm rocking with the movement. I done watched all these dudes pro debuts, supporting they come up, seeing Keyshawn in the Olympics, so on and so forth. I've been a heavy advocate for him being on his game and being one of the best young fighters in the game. But this right here, it's tough to kind of explain without the context to the situation. Like, this is your opportunity, because it's days that pass, to come out and make a statement. Things are cooled down. Maybe you got something cool, calm, and collected to say to the people, but you're not above it. And the fact that you won't come out and make this statement, you get what I'm saying? And there's people that's going to critique you or criticize you the way they're doing right now. You get what I'm saying? You got to get out on top of this. Now ain't the time to be silent. And look, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to feel comfortable saying it, because I know I truly rock with them. You ain't never heard me say nothing that they're done, it's over for DB3. You ain't hearing me talk. I don't talk like that, because that's not the reality. It's only going to be that if they can't respond to adversity, because that's what they all going through, for better or for worse. They all dealing with adversity. But I'm a genuine supporter of theirs, and with a guy like Keyshawn that always, demonstrates so much energy in life, and these interviews and his fights and the press conferences, like, you full of energy and you don't bite your tongue. Now is not the time to be the different guy. That's all I would say. That would be my only, energy toward him. Just come out and make you a statement. You a man about yours. You know what I'm saying? You could admit to a mess up or being in the wrong place and not having the best intentions, right? There's nothing wrong with admitting to your wrongs and getting out in front of it, and even going as far as the issue of apology to the people. Nobody is above that. If you think you're above that, then you lose the people. But I rock with DB3. This shit don't change nothing. I look at it as an isolated incident. And by that, I mean, okay, collectively, this just wasn't a good look for them. They didn't respond well in this situation, right? Now let's see what comes from that. Is this a, more to come, or was this just a one-off? And I'm gonna just, reserve some judgment to say, okay, I seen this. This was foul. This wasn't right. I know all the details that came out ain't fully clear, but at the end of everything, the man had a huge knot on his head. It was some type of interaction made with him. Obviously, y'all were being aggressive toward him, as he said. Y'all butted heads or whatever the case, and that just wasn't on him. So they're not at fault. Y'all got to hold yourselves accountable. And I don't have no problem with somebody coming out making a statement that y'all didn't jump anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Teach what it do, fam. Cornelius was good. You get what I'm saying? Y'all gave that man a huge knot on his head. So somebody did something to him, whether it was a headbutt, there's still what, I don't know, assault or whatever the case, because that's outside the ring. It's an unwarranted, unprovoked attack. And somebody gonna have to answer for it because the man had a big ass cartoon knot on his head. So it's just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? 2 cents was good with it. I mean, you got to be smart. Now, I know what dude is talking to too. Shout out to Quinn. I know what he talking about. KO was good. Chop was good with it, bro. So I know what he talking about, right? Nothing is ever 100%. So when you hear him speaking on, some of the narratives and different things, what comes with it. That's the part that he's not speaking on. This what comes with it when you put yourself in bad situations and you respond poorly, right? This is what happens. But I get it to a degree, right? With people like, oh, it's over for him. His career is ruined. It's always, the super extreme. And you see people kind of waited for an opportunity to kind of jump off the bandwagon or be superly critical of them. And that's just what they're doing. But this is what comes with making bad decisions in the moment. This is what comes with it. But again, I do see some of the people writing them off. And look, it's to be expected, man. Like, man, y'all had the stage. Y'all had the city. Y'all had everybody. You had Michael Vick. You had AI. You had the people, man. The culture was rocking with DB3. And then y'all went left. And then, one of the most talkative guys out of the group is like radio silent. And that's not necessarily a good look. That's not saying that I'm holding myself accountable. That's not saying that I'm jumping out on top of this shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? Filed the paperwork to have it changed today. You stupid. DB4, who were the knot came from the boxing match. Nah. The one on the head, man. Kyle Cooler, what it do, homie? How you feeling? The one that was on the noggin, man. You know what I mean? That definitely didn't look like it came from the fight. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you make smarter decisions, man. Put yourself in better situations, and you respond to adversity better than this, right? His first sign of adversity would have been, when he blew weight. Next thing, your fight is off. Missed $1 million payday. All those things are adverse situations where you were expected to respond a certain way, and you kind of you allowed your emotions to get the best of you. Now, good thing that it's reported that no punches was thrown, because that changes everything, right? You know what I'm saying? From y'all team anyway, but it's some accountability that has to take place for what actually did take place, right? What actually did happen. And that's all. It's not a big deal. And I'm gonna play a little clip from Brian Norman Sr. I seen him go up on Mill City, an interview with him, and he spoke about the situation and whether or not he's still a fan of Keyshawn. And like I said, that was one of his coaches that was just talking in the video. And some people, to me, were looking for an opportunity to no longer be a fan. I'm not speaking on Brian Norman Sr. in specific, but that's what people were looking for. See, I told you he wasn't disciplined. See, I told you it. You got to deal with that. That come with the territory, man. When you mess up on a public stage, It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain for a little while, and you just gonna have to weather the storm. DB3 gonna have to weather the storm, bro. Y'all gonna have to weather the storm. Y'all gonna have to, touch base with the people. Like I said, if it were me, that's all I can say. I can't tell nobody what they should do. If it were me, I would get out in front of this with a statement, especially if I'm known to be a talkative, energetic type of individual that don't hold or bite my tongue for nothing or nobody. You know what I mean? Shout out to Keyshawn, but y'all tighten up, man. Get on top of this, make you a statement, and keep it pushing. You messed up. Like, this ain't the end of the world, and people got to stop acting like it is. I seen some worse shit, and we ain't even going to get into that because we're going to keep the focus where it need to be on this situation. This shit don't need to happen. Should have congratulated the man. It would have made things look a lot different, a lot better for y'all as a whole. And it is what you live and you learn. So now is, the question is what's next for them? You know what I'm saying? What's next for them? If no statements are going to be issued, if nobody going to come out and say, well, I did this or I did that or I shouldn't have did, then I think it's going to leave a sour taste in the fans' mouth because there was a lot of people that rock with him. So you get what I'm saying? Like, even missing the weight, people having to ask for money back for tickets. Like, that ain't it. That doesn't represent the businessman well. And you know how to do this shit. You did this shit before in Norfolk. You kicked ass out there. A huge crowd out there, bro. You get what I'm saying? You know what percentage of boxers that put you in when you sat up there and showcased your talent in front of your hometown and brought that crowd out like that? You doing better than 80-something, 90-some% of the fighters, bro. 80-something, 90% of the fighters that do some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? At that stage, early in your career, so you know how to do this shit. You know how to behave. You know how to put on for your crowd, and you know how to be the businessman. But right here just showed a little, you made a bad decision, bro, and you got to eat it. You know what I mean? Got to live with it. Peace to the Queen Shake. How you feeling? Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Tony was good with it, fam. So they made a Twitch statement. Ain't gonna cut it. Nah, hell no. Twitch statement. We ain't all on Twitch. They tripping, bro. You gotta go on Instagrams. You got to go on X, aka Twitters. You gotta go on Facebook. I don't care. Upload a MySpace status for everything, bro. You gotta hit them social medias, bro. You get me. You gotta hit those social medias, and you just gotta connect with your people, because look, at the end of the day, never mind the detractors, the people that's off the support train, right? The people that are no longer fans. It may or may not be anything you can do about that. But what you do got to realize is there's still a fair amount of people that do rock with you, and they sitting by looking like, man, I know he's gonna come out and speak and say something. So that's what y'all lean into. You lean into the support system that y'all do have, because you can't tell me that people wasn't rocking with y'all. You get what I'm saying? You was very confident about how many people you was bringing out, celebrities and all. So again, a statement do need to be issued. There was a lot of people vested in seeing you kick ass this past weekend, and they was unable to see that. And then a little bit of action that they seen from you was outside the ring, and that's not why we show up to see you. So that's coming from a true a DB3 supporter and a Keyshawn Davis supporter, right? You got, tighten up. That's all. I could understand if y'all didn't jump them, but you can't excuse yourself from being there. Big Dre, what it do, man? Say Spo on Twitch. Yeah, you got, because we don't see you on Twitch. I see you on X, Instagrams, and even if Facebook, all of them. Hit them all, man. Just post, make a statement, and keep it pushing, right? It ain't got to be that hard. It don't got to be nothing crazy. Your brother did it. I think it makes sense because they all represent a brand and something, and it's bigger than all of them, I would think. That's why I would say it. They owe that to themselves. Y'all put a lot of work in, building to this point. Win, lose, or draw. Y'all put a lot of work in collectively, right? Your brother like 4-0 now. I think Kelvin was 14-1, 15-1. Keyshawn, you still undefeated doing your thing, right? You didn't have your best moment with blowing weight, but at the end of the world, you got choices up at 140, right? We're gonna get into a lot of this stuff, man. Jamaine Ortiz, you got Andy Cruz calling your name, man. Hey, you got options, bro. You got options, man. But again, get on top of this stretched out boxing. What's good with it? All Andy fans out there supporting the lawsuit against Ryan. This is a telling victory. Damon, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Saying they're not a fan anymore, but never a fan. And yeah, that's all I'm saying. And that's what I be saying. Like, and I get it, because you like, look at that. I don't like that shit. I understand. I don't like it either, but it's almost like saying the first time you make a mistake, I'm done with you. And I don't feel like this one was like a nail in the coffin, kind of, yo, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it ain't that. It's just, it's unacceptable, unnecessary, and very avoidable. Right? Shouldn't happen. Gotta keep your head, man, in all situations. But yeah, I don't see a reason to kind of, completely write them off. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. Let me get to this, man. We're gonna keep rocking, man. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Missing weight was worse than the backstage stuff. Yeah, somebody else, my brother Mike Kirkland, said the same thing. Because and the why I would agree with that statement, why it makes perfect sense that the missing weight was worse, because that led to some more events, right? That was just the start of the snowball effect. That doesn't take shape, then you don't see him backstage, because he'd have been getting ready for his fight, ready to go out there and fight. You know what I'm saying? So that would have never happened. You know what I mean? And again, it's just a learning situation, man. You gotta learn from it, bro. If you can't do nothing else, you gotta learn from it. But like I said, don't tuck your tail though. Don't tuck your tail meaning go radio silent and just where you can't find your tongue and just pop back up. Like I do hope for they brand and the way people view them, they come out and make some type of statement. You know what I mean? I think it makes sense. Say exactly these dweebs. Oh, so 4 pounds, unprofessional. Yeah, at that level, yeah. Terrible miscalculation. Terrible. Like, it's just it's one of the worst things you could have done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Cal Cool. It's not the end of the world, man. It really ain't.
Like, Rash is really trying to get a rise out of a motherfucker to get you to book your ass up and come on his way. But I'm not going to say that personal and attack you personally. You feel what I'm saying? No, we want you in the ring. And that's what this game is about.
100%. Tell me, like, a lot of people are looking at that video. He actually came out, the brothers, and saying that, nobody jumped Albright, and that the media is out here stirring some shit. Basically not owning, like, saying sorry, but not necessarily saying sorry. Like basically, I'm saying sorry, but I don't know why I'm saying sorry.
So let's say this. And no disrespect to any females in the chat. What are females known for? Not taking accountability. So
say that one more time. Zab was calling.
This is no disrespect to any females in the chat, but it's a female trait. It was raised by their mama, right? No daddy, right? Can you hear me?
Hold on. He keeps calling.
Okay.
Zab keeps calling. Hold on. I'm just going to invite him to this shit to see if he pulls up. All right, say it again.
I said this is no disrespect to any female, but this is a reality and this is a fact. You can research it for yourself. There's one thing that women are known for, and that's not taken by their motherfucking mamas. And I'm not saying this to be funny to throw rocks at no woman, but that's female activity. When it came to him missing weight, he didn't apologize. He didn't apologize to the fans that bought the 2,000 tickets that asked for their money back. He didn't apologize to Mike Dick. He didn't apologize to AI. He didn't apologize for nobody. He got on the scale with the ego, with the arrogance, and smiled and flexed, and was like, "He gonna take the fight." Man, fuck you. At this point, bro, I told you, and I said it on here many times, I became a Keyshawn fan a little while. I'm no longer. No, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with him at all. So we would love a fight like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's fuck that. No. That's female activity.
Be normal as hell, nah. We love a fight like that. And look, I get it. To each his own. I don't feel no way about nobody, how they comment, how they feel about no situation. I get it. He feel like he not a fan. To me, continued behavior in this manner would make me not a fan. But a one-off kind of situation, would just leave me saying I'm not a fan of that energy or that action, that BS. That's not why I watch you. But again, it's all about how you respond. That's where I'm at, and that's where I'm gonna stay at. You know what I mean? I'll let the rest be the rest. You know right from wrong, bro. We know what's up. You allowed your emotions to get to you. Cool. Check yourself as a man. Do better and stay your ass in the gym. Stay in the gym. Stay in the gym. Shout out to Boxing Hacker, man. He says, funny to see people with K. Ryan weight as long as it was against Devin. However, want to get fake outraised. Keyshawn Miss. Yeah, man. For me, I just felt like that 4 pounds was sickening, man. It hurt me when I heard it. I was like, bro, I thought I was like, I'm like, there's no way my ears just heard them say 139 pounds. There's no way that happened. Freaking was good with it, bro. And that's just call him boxing out too. That's stupid, yo. The butcher, he said, can we agree? All bright lied. He never got jumped. Never got jumped, bro. That is true, though. That is something that's becoming more clear today that he didn't get jumped. Because they said,
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your.
Tell me, you dig? Shout out to William Old School. What's good? K. Causey, what it do, man? Yeah, man. Shout out to B. Norman, man. We gonna get back to it. We got some more Ashley's Corner. What's good, cuz? How you feeling? You said Red never said that, and he touched his newborn.
Oh no, that's female activity. They didn't take accountability. Like, you miss weight. That's one thing. You miss weight. Clearly, you had a fucking contract. You said you was 146. It was the arrogance. It was like I told you outside. When we was at the gym. When I was at the gym the other day, I told you it's the shit. The fame got to his head. 13 fights, saying I ain't no think. I'm positive all of this shit is getting to him, and he think he's bigger than he fucking is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, for the people that you bigger than yourself. No, I don't think my son big. You feel what I'm saying? We're working on that. You know what I mean? But I think that he think he's big. They tend to think they're bigger than the sport itself. You're not. The sport can survive without you. You feel me? So now they did some real whole shit. They did some real female activities without accepting accountability for missing weight. Then he came back and the cameras got you pushing your fucking baby in the stroller and like, what the fuck kind of man are you? Yeah, man, I don't play by and your baby in the stroller. I don't play by my motherfucking kids at all, especially at that fucking age. I mean, it's like here's a female, female thing as far as like my old cost when something go down or anything go down, I got my kid. My kid was my, you know what I'm saying? So you could take me with that when it came to that. I was the male version of a female when it came to that. I didn't play by my motherfucking kids. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm definitely not going to push my kids where they could be in harm's way, where I don't know where the fuck they had to go see what the fuck going on over here, which is actually nonsense. What is that? That's some female activity, man. Some bullshit ass. That's some bullshit.
It's crazy. And look, I get exactly where you're coming from because he just ain't a fan of it, right? They don't rock like that. He got a son that's in boxing. They don't move that way. But the way I'm looking at it is anybody could have a moment of weakness when you don't make the right decision. For me, as a grown man, I need to see if that type of stuff gonna be is that a habit, right? Is that gonna be a regular occurrence? Is that gonna pop up every now and again? Like, is that something that you gonna do? Because then I could say that's seriously a character flaw. But in a moment that, I'm not justifying it. One-off, anybody could make that kind of mistake, but it can't be a regular part of your career. You can't be known for outside the ring antics. And that's not something we know him for, right? So up until this point, outside the marijuana test, and that was enough because he got suspended for 90 days there. But outside of that, he ain't really known for doing nothing that we know of, right? So for me, I'm looking at it as a guy that made a mistake in the moment, made a bad decision. Bad decision, maybe energy wasn't right, mind wasn't in the right place, and he reacted and responded poorly. And now you got to deal with what comes with that. But for me to feel like it's a permanent thing, I got to see this happen on a regular, not a regular basis. But if this is something that you see with the norm, like this becomes the story of your career, you do good for a while and then go left, then something, then I look at it totally different. But we'll see. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes people make, they mess up, they make mistakes, and they straighten up. And I'm giving him an opportunity to do that, right? To see how he gonna respond. I already don't like the silence, but I ain't gotta trash the man. It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep. You just gotta know better than that. Host of 40 was good with it, fam. Yeah, they can't do it. But let's keep going.
That's some bullshit ass. That's some bullshit.
Ray Davis was good, bro.
High performance tools.
What's good with it, man?
Bullshit ass. That's some bullshit.
It's crazy. Now a lot of people, even the interview after with Albright saying that, Mac went over there and apologized, and it was tough. It was tough to hear because, he's like, I idolize these guys, you know what I mean? So he didn't even know how to take it in. He's just like, yo, can I get a picture type there? Like, you know what I mean? Right. Other fighters like Emiliano Vargas saying deals. How important is it to be a world champion and be a role model?
Man, it was again, like you said, people. That's home training. That's home training that it comes from the house. It comes.
Hopefully that fixed the issue.
That's home training that it comes from the house. It comes from, you leave home training is what you leave the house with. Please, thank you, grace, humbleness. It's what you leave your home with. You feel what I'm saying? They have zero home training. They don't have any home training. They act like fucking animals. I've seen those kind of people in the hood. I've seen those kind of people out. When I work, I work and I drive around all fucking day. I've seen the hood, and I've been to the slums where they had their animals. It's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've seen the difference, and they just don't have any home training, don't have any guidance, they don't have any structure in their life, and they really need that. And that kind of shit got no place in boxing. It don't have no place in the sport of boxing. And I think that shit they need to be fine. Keyshawn, man, he need to feel it. They need, so they think they bigger than boxing. They need to.
Now,
no, I get that. I get that. Give me a second. I don't know if it'll choppy after that, man. We just gonna have to rock out because I don't know what it is. Shout out to Melanin Queen. What's good? How you feeling? Peace to the queen. So look, man, I hear him. I feel senior. I understand where you're coming from, but to me, again, I think anybody can make a mistake, right? And it's early, so I don't know if this is going to be a pattern or just a one-off mistake. And I think I've seen a lot of people make mistakes in boxing, man. This is just theirs, and however they respond is solely up to them. That's going to determine, I think, where their careers go, where the brand goes, right? Anybody could flash out and have a moment where they just don't respond right. It's happened. You lose your temper, but again, you got to remember not to mess up the bag, and you already did that, and you could further mess up the bag by just making shit worse, adding fuel to the fire, giving people a reason to think y'all did more than what you did. And again, by you not, speaking out, it just don't help, right? It just give people the opportunity to allow their imaginations to wander and them to say a bunch of shit that y'all might not deem true. But again, that's why y'all come out and you speak your piece. You don't make excuses for what happened, but you hold yourself accountable and move on, man. That's the only thing you could do in a situation like this. can't stay stuck on it. But I'm not gonna write him off just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna write him off. You know what I mean? I've seen people mess up, right? Still, you know, and you know, with that guy, man, shit, he could be a little amped up at times too. So we're not perfect yet. Holding one to a standard, not having to be a authority will make each other better. Shout out to the Queen, man. That's real. That is real. That is real. They say you might get suspended a year. Yeah, I seen it. I haven't been able to get it, see if it, you know, if it's confirmed or not, but that's what I've heard. You know, I've heard some stories about it possibly him being suspended. But man, look, sometimes sitting down might do him some good, bro. I know the way he responded from the positive, you know, marijuana test, right? With the fight being turned into a no contest. He went on a run with like 3 of his best wins, right? So I'm hoping that this situation will motivate him still the same, right? I'm hoping that he'll, you know, you get what I'm saying? You messed up before, that motivates you. You sat your ass down and look locked in. You had a nice little run. Now this happened. It's unfortunate. It's unnecessary. You don't need it. It's avoidable, but it is what it is. Now you got to deal with it. Let's see if you're able to go on another run. Let's see if you're able to go up to 140 and be great up there. You know what I mean? You still young as hell. You're only 13 fights in. You got a taste of the spotlight of stardom. You're not a superstardom, but you're knocking at the door, and you just can't afford for this mistake moving forward, bro. You got to be smarter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the bag. You are the bag. You can't mess up the bag. You can't be the man that's carrying the torch and be responsible for why your torch ain't burning bright, bro. You get what I'm saying? Don't dim your own light with bad decisions, just being emotional, right? It's not necessary. It's not ever gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? Tank, salute, what's good with it? Good to come from a genuine piece of care. You know what I'm saying? When hard Conor McGregor threw shit at buses, yeah, but his career kept going. Tyson and Lewis, bro, didn't stop nothing. Yeah, it's a lot. And that's where I be at with it, right? I try not to make it seem like I'm lumping everything in together, but for me, you know, I've seen shit that was worse than this, right? So I've seen people make mistakes and kind of correct it, get it right. I've seen people show signs of immaturity and moments of weakness and get it right. And he's still young. And I don't think the situation that happened is so bad to the point where there's no coming back. I don't think he's at the point of no return. People want to make it seem like they at that point as a collective. I don't see it. It's not that deep. They not at the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? Man, I be trying, bro. I be trying, man. Sometimes though, I think people like I don't know if you're looking for an argument to get blocked or whatever. Didn't you hear me say he fucked up? What part of that don't you hear? What part of anything I'm saying is coddling? You gotta be an idiot, bro. You gotta be an idiot. You just gotta be an idiot. Nothing I'm saying is coddling. I'm just not shitting on him. And that's what you want me to do. You want me to condemn him? Oh, he's done. If I was up here saying he crashed out and it's over for him, that'd be cool, right? Nah, it's reality. You see what Mike Kirkland said? I done seen somebody throw a damn what was it? A trolley at a bus with people on it, with people got injured. That's way worse than this shit. And that man's career continued. I didn't justify it. I didn't say it was cool. It's bullshit that he did it. But I'm not gonna go exaggerate because I ain't soft like that. I know that shit ain't. I've seen way worse shit than that. Ain't a punch get thrown. You think I'm about to overreact? You think I'm about to condemn him because he headbutted somebody outside the ring? It's a stupid move, a foolish move. This is the kind of shit that'll get you shelved, pink slip, fumble the bag. I done said all of that. None of that shit is coddling. I just hate ignorant comments. You got to be smarter to listen, bro. Gotta listen. This ain't no coddling. You hear me say he fucked up, but I ain't got to write him off. If you want to write him off and no longer be a fan of him, you can do that. But don't tell me I'm coddling him because I'm not having a conversation you want me to have. You done heard me say if he get disciplined from this is what comes with it. He got to own up to it. I'm saying all of this. Accountability. He need to make a statement. What part don't you hear? What you not hearing, bro? Don't ever tell me I'm coddling somebody when I'm saying exactly what I'm supposed to say. Exactly what he fucked up. I said that. You can't do this type of shit. You giving them a reason to write you off and talk crazy. Write the negative articles. Call y'all DB1 and every other thing else that's coming with it. I done said that. But don't tell me I'm coddling somebody that I'm holding accountable and telling he need to come out and get on top of this. Coddling would be saying, nah, man, it's all good, man. You ain't hear me say that. It's not good. Because this is after blowing weight and missing $1 million payday. So you got to hear everything I'm saying, not just a piece of what I'm saying. I ain't got to write this dude off. It ain't the end of the world for him. It ain't the end of his career. I don't care what idiots say it. They only push that weak shit because people know that controversy sells. Negativity spreads very fast. When you positive about a situation, people don't want to hear it. They want to hear me. You want to hear me talk for 2 hours of how Keyshawn the fuck up and how he messed up everything and he ruined the bag and the brand is over and it's no more DB3. That's what you want me to be talking about? Nah, bro. I'm a realist. That shit can't happen. But nobody got jumped. No punches were even thrown. What are we bitching about? Soft ass boxing fans, man. If anybody's affected, it's him and Team Albright. It seemed like people more mad than Albright. Press charges. You should sue. You should press charges. Listen to y'all, man. Dude get head butted, man. Nobody pressing. Jay from Philly, man. You heard what he said. You heard what Albright said. Albright said, hey, man. He said, hey, this added more fuel, bro. I want that rematch. You got to see me in the ring now. He ain't talking about, yeah, let's sue. Nah, he said, man, I'll get in the ring, get it back. Like, see me in the ring, not outside the ring. Come on, man. Ain't nobody got to coddle somebody. I'm not on his fucking payroll. I'm a realist, though. Y'all be wanting to say people careers over every little thing that his career's over. It's ruined. It's done. Man, I know a boxer. I ain't gonna bring up this situation that done something way worse than this. His career was far from over. That's all I'm saying. I'm a realist. I'm not gonna go far to the left or right, whichever way y'all go. I stay in the middle. I'm real. This shit can't happen. I said this. Accountability. What more could you say? That's not me. I'm holding him accountable as much as I can. I'm a fight fan. I'm a real supporter of his, but I'm not gonna write him off. He got an opportunity where he got to respond, and I want to see how he gonna respond in this situation. That's what I'm big on that. I'm big on the get back. I'm big on, yeah, okay, you made the mistake. Now can you get it right? Everybody done fucked up in their life. He ain't no different. That's why I'm a real person. I'm looking at this like real life. Yo, bro, I done seen people mess up in real life, not just boxing. This is real. That's his life. He made a mistake. Let's see if he respond. You get what I'm saying? If he bounce back, get his shit together, move to 140, start kicking some ass, then what y'all gonna say? You get what I'm saying? But if he don't and he continue down this path, then I guarantee you my conversation gonna be a lot different. I'm not one of y'all corny ass, fake, weak ass boxing fans. I'm serious. I'm tired of it. Y'all don't really like this shit. Y'all don't really got no love for this shit. I see the way y'all talk. I see people bounce from platform to platform, tearing these fighters down. I'm hearing people sit up and make jokes about Bomac health, how Keyshawn gonna end up like Bomac. Like, that's not the kind of fight fan I am. Y'all goofy. You get what I'm saying? I'm still actually rooting for him to get his shit all the way together. I heard him say how he went through the mental shit. I heard him have some situation where he wanted to off himself. I heard all of that. I'm genuinely rooting for him because I heard the backstory and I kind of know where he come from. So again, I'm looking at this like a real one. Yeah, dude, you messed up, but you got to get that shit right. And he got an opportunity to get it right. Don't tell me you ain't never made no mistake in your life. He ain't no different. And that's what the average corny ass person talking about this ain't gonna say. They gonna make it seem like, yeah, this is just the worst thing I've ever seen. Like they ain't never made a mistake before. Imagine somebody opens your closet and them skeletons start falling out, all the stuff we know about each other. We all done something wrong. But again, it's not, that shit don't have to define you. That's where I'm at. This situation only defines Keyshawn Davis and DB3 if they allow it. If they allow it. And again, they can remain quiet as they want. They ain't got to say shit. But as long as you correct the mistake from this point forward, then you'll be all right. But if you do this shit again, if this becomes a regular part of how you move, then you could forget about the brand and shit you built, your fan base and all of that stuff. But I'm not going to go that far. It's not that deep. I see a lot of negativity, but that's to be expected. This is boxing. But again, all of y'all talking like this shit, like nobody can make a mistake. Yeah, just, again, it's all about recognizing what you did and how to move past it. Get what I'm? It's that simple. Nobody in the hospital. Nobody. You get what I'm saying? No real blood loss. No blood has been shed. It was a foolish move where you allow your emotions to get the best of you. That's what makes it stupid. You think, oh man, people are flipping out over a goddamn headbutt, and I'm not justifying it. I'm talking about everything of what we talking about. We talking about a headbutt. Yeah, it's the end of somebody's career because somebody got headbutted. I seen Derek Chisora hit somebody with a bottle or something, and his career continued, and he got fights. What was the outrage for that? Why people ain't say he did some whole shit? The dude hit a guy with a glass, bro. He got glass. One or the other. One of the two. What was people crying at for that? That shit was light. That's all I'm saying. I'm not that type of soft. The biggest deal is that what could come from it because of the situation you put yourself in. You're a boxer and you done something outside the ring. So it'll be the dumbest like fine or suspension in the world because it's avoidable. You could have avoided this shit by just not being there. You get what I'm saying? That's all. But I'm not about to overreact over no damn headbutt or somebody being head to head and then he turn around. Oh yeah, they jumped him. They all jumped him. Nah, bro. He did wrong. Own up to it. But I'm not about to write him off. You get what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not that type of person. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to see how he responds. I've been watching his career unfold. I've seen the highs, the lows. I've seen the minor setback. I've seen how he bounced back. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the last time he faced adversity in his career. He responded very well. You know, he didn't have Bomac for a fight, tested positive, fight turned to a no contest. It was over for him. If people was talking, you heard the whispers then. He's a weed head. Keyshawn ain't focused. He ain't disciplined. Keyshawn went on a hell of a run, made himself a world champion. Now he done made another little mistake here. So you get what I'm saying? These dudes ain't perfect. You live and you learn. That's what I'm anxious to see. If he can show me as a supporter of his that he can learn from a situation, what am I going to do? Hold this over his head for the rest of his life? Like I keep bringing it up? Nah, man, this is up to him. Do you allow this moment outside the ring? Do you allow those couple minutes of emotions being, or your intent being in the wrong place? Do you allow that to define the rest of your career? Or do you find a way that bigger deal, man? All that far to the left and right shit, man, that's corny, man. Yeah, the fact of the matter is that the worst, he might get suspended. Might even get fined. All that stuff can happen. But it's not the end of the world. This shit is boxing, bro. This shit is boxing. You watching people go on all types of crazy-ass rants, saying the wildest shit out their mouth, doing wild shit, too. This wouldn't be the first time I've ever seen it in boxing. I've seen a lot worse shit, bro, from people's favorite fighters. So, again, and these dudes still got a career. You get what I'm saying? And this shit get a lot worse than some little-ass head, but trust me, man, some of the shit these fighters be into be wild. You get what I'm saying? And it's how you respond from your lowest moments. And the lowest moment I feel like I seen in Keyshawn Davis's career is when he got his fight taken away from him. Like he went out there, he won a fight against Nair Albright, got it taken from him. I feel like that was a low point for him, right? Didn't have Bomac. Bomac was locked up. Bomac come back. They go on a crazy run. He world champion. You get me? So he's shown you the ability to respond well in adverse situations. That's all I'm saying. So right now, I'm just giving a young man an opportunity. I'm watching you. I want to see how you move. You get what I'm saying? Everything is cool when you win it. It's all good when you win it. But right now, this is like a loss, and you ain't even have to step in the ring. You get what I'm saying? So I want to see how you're going to respond to a loss in this situation. This was a whole wash. The weekend wasn't what it was supposed to be. The turnout wasn't what it was supposed to be because you didn't even fight. You get me? That's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Get a man an opportunity to respond. That's all. Ain't about to overdo this shit. PJ's big dog. What's good with it? DB3 versus the 3 Albrights. They did say it. Pop all don't matter where you at. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit happen, bro. And that's why I say, man, long as you accept responsibility for the part that you played and know that, these are the kind of situations that could put you where you're not even making money in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I'm a realist, bro. I have a real conversation. That dude is a talented fighter, bro. But, it's clear as day that it's a mess up. Nobody ain't saying that that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? You just don't move like that. And again, like I said, if he was thinking more steps ahead, he would have got in front of this situation different. After you blew weight and the fight got canceled, damn, the only thing you could do is sit there and support your brother. So you do exactly that. And then you go a step further. If you wanted to go in that man locker room, it should have been to salute him and tell him good fight. And I said this yesterday, and I'm gonna keep saying it because that's what I feel like should have happened. Should have went back there, dapped him up, and say, hey man, you got bro, but hey, I'm getting my lick back. See me at 40. You get me? I'll be up at 40. You get me? That could have been a rematch. It's a lot of different ways it could have went. You get what I'm saying? So that's all. But I'm not about to over exaggerate. And, you know what I mean? I've seen some wild shit in boxing, and I've seen people bounce back. So it's all up to you. That's why they tell you this game is mental, because while you sitting around, say you do get suspended, you sitting around and you can't do much, you can't fight. All you got is time and your thoughts. And I don't know, maybe it could be some good to come from that if that's what happened to him. But for me, I'm just a genuine supporter. I tell you exactly why I support the guy. I tell you what I don't support. I don't support no outside the ring activity because I don't care about who's the tougher man outside the ring. I only want to see y'all fight inside the ring. That's the reason I watch y'all. So again, man, the real ones that's around him, I'm pretty sure he got some real ones. Bud is a real one. He went there and apologized. Somebody gonna sit him down, have a conversation with him. This shit ain't the end of the world. And if he got people that he genuinely respect, and he gonna take heat and then sit his ass down. You know what I mean? And pardon me, y'all. My mic is going out, man. It makes me feel like I just need another one. Y'all, I don't like my audio going in and out, but my apologies, y'all. Let me try to come in and come back out. GHB, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Would be appropriate disciplinary action. You know what? I don't know, bro, because I seen some messed up stuff. Shout out to Free Smoke. Damn, I don't know. So, my bad, y'all. My mic still goes tripping. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Y'all hit the like button. We're gonna keep building. How does my sound sound now? Keyshawn down, but damn content creators. That's all I'm saying. And that I'm glad you said that. Hey, bro, that's what people be wanting me to do. When are y'all gonna learn I ain't nothing like nobody else on YouTube, whether that's good or bad or indifferent? I am not here to tear a guy, kick him while he down. I can tell you exactly what I think about what happened. As far as a discipline, I don't know. It's touchy, right? I don't headbutt. It's like, do it really have to happen? But I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. But I could just acknowledge that kind of shit will put you where you don't need to be. You get what I'm saying? I really be rocking with these dudes. So don't expect to hear me come up here and kick them while you down. Yeah, let me talk for 3 hours about how DB3 is over with. And nobody would say a word, right? Nah, that ain't what I'm here to do. Right, and man, it's real support, right? You call out what you seen that's foul, and you move on. That's it. Shout out to Talib, man. I'm not about to go all like, oh yeah, his career is over, it's ruined. Yeah, it's not the business, man. Nah, he's shown me a real reason to support him consistently enough where I could look at this and say, hey, man, tighten up. You get what I'm saying? Tighten up, bro. You get me, and see if he do that. I ain't telling him directly, but I want to see if he gonna do it for himself, for his brand, for his family, for the people that rock with him, for the city of Norfolk. You get me? I want to see how you gonna respond. That's it. I'm all about the get back, bro. Anybody could make a mistake. How you respond to say a lot about you, man. It speak volumes about your character, bro. I'm telling you, probably you'll learn a lot about somebody, how to respond when they do something wrong, bro. Do you continue to be wrong and go down that path, responsible for your energy and get your shit together? It's simple, bro. It's simple. But I know y'all used to it. I get it. I can't even blame y'all. I know most of the time you tune in, they probably tearing him up right now. Probably negative as hell. That's not my energy toward him. It ain't that serious. You call out the bullshit. That's it. You can't act. I ain't gonna act like his whole career was this what he's showing me. If that was the case, go. But you know what I mean? A little moment of weakness, and he made a poor decision, bro. And you got a couple brothers and some real people around you that can sit you down if you don't already know what you did and tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Real always gonna recognize real, and that shit ain't real. That don't need to happen. You know what I'm saying? So
And we ain't
shout
never
out to
got a
them
box
hosts,
again.
team all right.
Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Shout out to my guy, man. Dragon Assassin, what it do? J Boxy said crash out for real. So that's why I rock with you. Keyshawn knows. I mean, you get me. That's all. I ain't saying that it's cool, right? Don't make it seem like I'm making it it's okay to go get into, you know, scuffles and, you know, back room brawls and or not even a brawl, just skirmish. I don't know what you want to call it, a scuffle. You know, you getting, you know, tussling with people, and you know what I mean. Then I'm seeing kids being scooped up. Like, nah, you don't need none of that. But I'm sure he knows that. Like, I'm giving grace here, and when I say giving grace, I'm giving him an opportunity to recover from this, because I've seen what he been on. I seen the story. I listened to how he been building, you know, with the gym and, you know, properties and just being focused and being locked in, having a son and kind of settling him down. And he was right. He was going the right way. Now he dipped off to the left or to the right a little bit, right? You gotta steady the ship a little bit. And that's all I'm saying. In boxing, we don't even give people a chance to do that. We like, nah, it's over right now. You seen that shit? Worst stuff I ever seen. Oh my God, he's a crash out. I can't believe it. The worst decision I ever seen. It's like, bro, chill, man. It ain't. Relax, man. Relax. Y'all more mad than the person that it happened to. They got press charges. The person, like, after this shit, who wouldn't want to see a rematch after this? He done beat Big Bro. That you got a storyline now. There's a silver lining to this, but you just have to know how to play your cards. Make this shit, how Remo say, keep the main thing the main thing. You here for boxing, man. Just go out there and be great. And Norfolk gonna support you, because you as talented as they come. You got two brothers and a whole movement. You got a family of sisters. You know what I mean? Your mom is. You got a movement, man. You opened the eyes. You captured the imagination of the fans. Now it's time for you to fully reap the benefits of the hard work you put in. That's where I'm at, because I really rock with this shit. So I'm looking at the bright side of the thing. How'd that go? You fall by the wayside, become insignificant, find yourself cut. Now you're not getting fights. Now you going fishing with AB. Shout out to AB. And that's not a diss. Shout out to my homie.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just.
My bad, y'all. Yeah, I hit that like button. Yeah, we gonna keep rocking, man. That's all, man. Everybody. Sometimes you need a little straightening, man, and that's all they can need right now. A little straightening. I see people. Look, I get it. People like, they ain't got no father in the household. I'm not doing that. Because I don't know what they household got. That's why I'm not doing that. I hear people do. I'm not going there. I've seen people and I hate to. I'm not comparing situations, but we seen a fighter have a situation outside the ring at an event, and I'm trying to be very vague with the details because I'm not trying to change the topic to the other guy. But you get what I'm saying? That guy had a father, and he had a moment of weakness. He had a much farther point than Keyshawn is at. You get what I'm saying? He had a moment of weakness. Was his career over? No, because you know that's not really what he on full time. He just had a moment. Probably got disrespected. Somebody said something to him, and he responded in that moment. You get what I'm saying? Shit could have went left for him, right? And he got the bag. He getting to the bag. That could have went horribly wrong. But again, like, did we write him off? Nah, because we know that that's not how he be moving. You get it? It could have got him in trouble. You get what I'm saying? Shit happens sometimes, bro. You got to be smarter. That's all. I really like to see how people respond when they mess up, because now you got a track record. Now people are waiting to see you fold and fall, and I'm not rooting for that. So let me be very clear with my conversation. Very clear with what I'm saying. Hit that like button. Keyshawn Davis, that situation don't need to happen in boxing. No, am I a fan of it? I'm a fan of what he showed me he was doing in the Olympics. and then transitioning as a pro. That's why I watch him. I watch him because he's full of energy, fun to watch in the ring. He entertaining in some of these interviews he be having. Feel what I'm saying? They got a movement. That's why we support him. So am I a fan of what he did? No. But am I still a supporter? You damn right. It's gonna take more than that, bro. I'm sorry. That's just me. It gotta take a little more than that. That's a bonehead move, bro. Like that's some shit where if you really know, man, that shit, you don't allow that to happen again. It's not that hard to avoid a situation like that. Get what I'm saying? You always keep the bag in mind, man, in your career and the people that really support you. You know what I'm saying? So don't go left again, bro. Be real, a race still not canceled. You get me? Shit, the way him and his homeboy be carrying on. You get what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. Give me one more second. Let me try this again, y'all. My apologies. We back. Hopefully I'll sound all right, man. Y'all let me know if the sound is tripping. Shout out to Don Royal, man. We gonna keep building. So again, like back to what I was saying, and I think that's where maybe me and some other people are we different at. I think people want me to not be a fan of him as a whole no more. Nah, I'm just not a fan of that weak shit that happened, right? Because it's an uncomfortable situation, especially anytime you see women and kids involved. It get messy, right? It's messy, so you don't want to see it. But again, it don't have to you know, define a career. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna build for a little bit more, man. I'm about gonna make this early, yeah, because I don't like my sound going out. Emmanuel, what's good with it? Still going in and out. I don't know why. Really don't. I don't know if it's my mic. Is it my mic? Hold on, yeah. Am I still going in and out? Let me know, because I unplugged my mic right now. Unplug my mic. Let me see how I sound. Shout out to my baby girl. Keyshawn is going to come back, and all this will be good. Yeah, I think he could bounce back. That's all I'm saying. I'm not hearing enough of that. Again, it's easy to pile on, but I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that circus. So, like I said, for me, let me see something. For me, I think he got room to still grow in this sport and bounce back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man. Man, all right. I'll try this again, man. But we're gonna rock out for a little bit more, man. I hate my sounding choppy, bro. But yeah. So, man, back to what I was saying, man. Like I was saying, y'all, you know, the big question for me now is where do they go? And if you Keyshawn specifically, right, because you're the leader of the pack, you're the furthest along. You missed out on the payday. Your other two brothers fought. One didn't win, but it's all good. He'll be back. You take your ass up to 140, and you get right in the mix. You got guys like Frank Martin up there. He said, come see him. You got guys like Richardson Hitchens that you went back and forth with. Y'all sparred. Y'all got some history there. And you got options, bro. It's not over here. You know what I mean? It's over at 35. It's over at 35, but it ain't over from there. So I think it's business as usual for Juice Man, for Keyshawn Davis. Keep winning. I'm rocking with you, Kelvin Davis. I support fighters win, lose, or draw. You lost a good fight, a scrappy fight to Nair Albright, who really was coming to win, man. Credit to him. I want to see Wu again. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Keyshawn running back, being that he beat Kelvin, to be honest with you. And that could be his welcome to 140 fight, if you're being real. So I think he should entertain that simply because there's a backstory there. And hey, y'all first fight didn't even count, right? Even though you won, it didn't count. I think that's the perfect start for him. I really do. If I'm Keyshawn Davis, I'm going to holler at Bob and seeing if I could get the fight with Nair Albright at 140, right? And again, you get in front of this bullshit situation, right? And you go make it right. You get that man his lick back by putting him through that, so that way it don't need to be no suspensions, no lawsuits, no nothing. Get that man another run back. You know what I mean? At 140, let y'all mix it up, and there you go. That could be the next fight. And from there, you got guys like Frank Martin. That's, to me, that's still a great fight. And then you got Hitchens and everybody else that's up there at 140. It's not over, bro. It's not over. You just got to play your cards right. You the businessman. You've been being a businessman. Keep doing that, bro. Keep doing it. That's what I want to see from him. I want to see Keyshawn win. And I guess that's the difference between me and some people, not everybody. I get it. He messed up, but okay, let's shit that. All right, now we get to see what's next for him. And again, let's be real. It's not like this gonna be the end of his career. It's not like he never gonna get an opportunity again. We being crazy if we think that, because he's talented, right? The talent speak for itself. Now, he's not bigger than the sport. I'm not suggesting continue down this path and you good, but again, I think you'll be allowed some grace in this situation as well, whether it is a suspension of some sort or fine. I don't know. You know what I mean? But you're going to get your opportunities again. I for me, shit, count me in. I want to see the next fight. Maybe I'm an asshole, but I want to see the next fight. I'm ready to see him get back, see how motivated he going to be, because I seen how he responded when that Albright fight got taken from him. He responded how he's supposed to and locked in and had a real good run to the title up into this situation. So he's shown flashes of what he can do and what kind of fighter he could be. And this just wasn't one of his best moments. That's all. Malaza, what it do? Shout out to Art, man. I'm with you, bro. It should be next. Should be next. You get me? And they took it from him, and it don't count. You get me? It don't count no more. So it's more the reason to run it back. It's almost like that fight happened, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on the record, right? So yeah, man, run that back. I think so, bro. I think low key the headbutt set the table for a rematch. That little button of the heads and locking heads, or the little interaction. Shit, hell yeah, give them that'll let the people know what you really on. Because I know you all about the smoke, so get the smoke with that man. Shout out to John BX, man. He said you just most of these MS have a close friend or family member who's a violent felon who they break bread with. Try to call it for key to catch a life bid for a head. Yeah, they bugging, man. I'm like, listen, don't get me wrong, it's wild, because I thought Kelvin Davis, let me say this. I thought Kelvin Davis would pull it off because of the height, the length, and the reach. Right? I thought he would pull it off. But I wasn't surprised that Albright won, because that was the fight that we talked about, that it could go a certain way. And this dude was really hungry, is what we thought he was. He was hungry as hell for that win, and he went out there and got that shit. He wanted it. You know what I'm saying? He got it. So, I mean, how could you not be? If I'm a real fan of the sport, so despite the guy that I thought was going to win didn't win, I'm still able to support him when he loses. And I look over at Albright, and I'm like, damn, man, that kind of hunger, I want to see him again. I would love to see him fight Keyshawn again, just because he fought so hard in this fight against the brother. And I think the last time he fought was Keyshawn before Saturday. So, man, all that inactivity and then having to get in there with the big bro, undefeated. You fought the brothers back to back, and that'd be dope. That's a dope story, man. You fought one, it didn't count, fought the other one, beat him, and then rematch Keyshawn for another fight. Dope, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just.
All right, my bad, y'all. Shout out to John, man. Money was good. People love grudge matches. You get me? That's all I'm at, y'all. I ain't writing a youngin' off. That's all to it, man. Low blow boxing, what it do, man. And he from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if y'all want to go to Philly with it, but that'd be dope. That'd be even doper if you actually get that man a rematch and it was in Philly. Now, I'm not saying you got control over all of that stuff, but it'll be dope. It'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? I'll say at least consider it, bro. I think the people will want to see it. I really do. Say Keon is the best brother. I mean, look, I won't argue with you, teach shit. Keyshawn said that too. He said, Juice Man. He said his youngest brother is the best one. I think it's Keyshawn, obviously, but it's still very early. I don't know. Keyshawn Davis is talented, and you see it. And I like the progression. I like how he growing, he putting the wins in the win column, and he getting that experience, and he got a lot of height, length, and he know how to use it. And he got good power. He long, rangy dude. I think he got real upside. So listen, I respect all three brothers. Everybody ain't gonna be just as equally talented. It's tough to be like that. You look at the Vargas brothers, pretty sure y'all got y'all favorite one out of there. For me, Keyshawn is the furthest along, obviously most experienced, looked the most promising. Keon got a very promising future as well. And Kelvin, he ain't boxed as consistently, I think, as Keyshawn or Keon, right? I think he took breaks off this, time away from the sport and different things like that. So, I think his development is different than what people expect, right? They look at Keyshawn, ain't like, well, you're not Keyshawn, you're trash. Man, I'm not here to trash these fighters. He not trash, bro. The man got some talent, but it's levels to this shit. And it's guys that, it's obviously he ain't at that championship level yet. He's still working. He's still developing as a fighter. You know what I mean? He still got a lot more to learn, So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. So Keon gives me Abdullah vibes. Yeah, Abdullah is the real good deal. Shout out to William Old School, man. I see you asked me about Abdullah Mason. His performance is like, I'm used to him by now. Like, I ain't going to get truly excited again for Abdullah. Like, I'm always excited to watch him fight. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to get really in the mood when he step up because I know he going to shine. That's what I believe. I think once he get that true style, I would love to see him in there with Cabrera or even the Sam Noakes guy, right? Just somebody. And I want to see what he's going to do. A real step-up fight. I can't wait to see him compete for a title. I don't care what title it is. I don't have no picks. I just want to see him fight. That kid is special. I knew he was going to beat Nakatia up. I knew he wasn't going to land none of those right hands and none of that. He's seen better days, and he not beating up no young, hungry fighter like that. Abdullah got too much going on for a guy like Nakatia to beat him. Lewis 4,500 though in the building. My God was good with it. Sam Noakes can fight. Yeah, love to see that. And they mentioned it, Ant McQueen, so that might be something that could be next for him, for Abdullah Mason, the Sam Noakes guy. So I would love that fight for him, man. I hope we get it. You know what I'm saying? The dude really like that, man. That youngin can scrap. He really can fight, bro. He can fight his ass off. So again, the wrap up for the DB3 portion of the live, man. I'm still rocking with all three of them. Win, lose, or draw. Again, I support what they do in the ring, how they all put on as brothers, and that movement. I'm a heavy supporter of that. I rock with them opening the gym. And, they said they had something about a $5 million gym. I'll be listening, Keyshawn. That's the shit that I'm rocking with. That's the stuff that's going to make people a fan of you, not going to locker rooms getting the headbutt matches. You get what I'm saying? So tighten up, man. You still got real support out here. Make your statement and get that shit over with and go beat somebody ass at 140. Preferably Nair Albright. Go fight him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So I hope he give him a rematch, boy. It'll be dope too. Say if it could be in Philly, being that he beat the brother, and they ain't going right back to Norfolk, that'd be dope. That's just me though. That's just me. I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? I would. So shout out to DB3. I still rock with him. Big shout out to Team Albright. They got some they got some fighters over there too, man. Both brothers could fight. You know what I mean? Both brothers got some talent and skill. So, you know what I mean? Nair, I think, deserve another meaningful fight, being that he won this one. It was an upset and coming off a layoff, and he stood on business. He was hungry as hell. He was hungry, man. That's why he won that fight. Put some bread in his pocket, right? Make some money with him, right? And that's how y'all bury the hatchet. And then you put that headbutting situation fully behind you. Go fight him again, running back. Best man win, dap him up, keep it moving, and continue your journey at 40. That's what you do. That's what you do. So let's keep rolling, man. We're gonna talk about Tim Bradley a little bit, man. I don't know if y'all seen this clip, man, but y'all know I be low-key advocating for Devin Haney. They've been on Haney helmet, man. They've been on Haney helmet lately, y'all. They've been on his helmet lately. And Tim Bradley, he'll never bite his tongue when it comes to dead, man. He was on his helmet again, y'all. We're going to get to it. All right, the Tank Maniacs trash of Keyshawn, damn. Yeah, you got to expect it, man. The super fans, they're not really fans of talent. They just fans of specific individuals. So anybody that's trashing them, trust me, he opened the door for it, but some people going a bit extreme. And I just ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm still rocking with the whole camp. Y'all just go. I think y'all comeback could be a strong, you know what I mean, a statement that you could make on the way back could be louder than anything that he done this past weekend. The right kind of win. And I think the statement being that you know, the issue started with this guy, you should finish it with this guy. I think y'all got unfinished business because y'all fight didn't count the first time. So that's just me.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, he been on Devin Haney. He always heavily critiquing Devin. But y'all know I've been rocking with him, man. Think they've been giving him a tough time, man. Think they've been giving him a really tough time. But I get it to a certain degree, but shit, man. You know how it is to bounce back from a tough fight. Shit, man. I'm pretty sure Tim will tell you the reason his career was cut short was because of that fight. Ace, was good, family? Tay, was good? Dub, right side in the building. I'm pretty sure Tim Bradley will tell you one of the reasons why his career was cut short was due to the kind of fight that he had with Ruslan Provodnikov. You get what I'm saying? Very entertaining to watch, for sure. Everybody that watched it, but that should cut his career short. And again, you want to entertain the fans, but not to your own detriment. And Tim, even though he pulled that fight off barely by the skin of his teeth, he still entertained the fans to his own detriment. And it cost him, you know what I mean? Well, he was out for 8 months, but the issues that he had, I think.
I know maybe jokingly, but you hinted he'll come out of retirement. The whole
No evidence was good.
Some criticism. I know Bill
was good,
recently.
I don't care about that. I don't have nothing against the Haneys or whatnot, man. I don't have nothing against them. I'm just saying that, like, this version of Devin is not hard to beat. This form of Devin is I think is easy. You know, mentally, physically, the way he behaved in his last fight. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, man, I know how to beat Devin. I know what to do against him. You step to him.
That's funny. T.O. did
You stepped to him.
Like a Twitter.
Feeling great. That's what I like to hear, bro.
And he said that he was talking to Floyd. Floyd said, put your high guard up and just walk him down.
Step to him. Come on, man. I'm an analyst, man, but I'm a fighter too.
But
I was a fighter first.
But how do you step to a guy that has good mobility, moves around?
Check this out. If I was fighting Devin Haney, you know what I'd do? I'll go out there, I'll buy me a couple of chickens. I'll put them in the chicken coop, you know, in like a little area trap, and I'll chase chickens around. If I catch a chicken, I know I'm gonna catch Devin Haney ass. That's for damn sure. Now, I do that for 4 months, and I start catching chickens. Oh yeah, I'm catching Haney ass. That's for damn sure. That's how.
This man said he had chased chickens for 4 months to beat Devin Haney is crazy. He said this new style of Devin Haney is easy to beat, he thinks. And look, I hear you, Tim. He don't look all the way quite back yet. I get it. But I'm going to stand on it until you show me another fight that I felt like a big reason for the way he fought was because he was making sure he didn't get beat up, dropped, caught with repeated left hooks. He wanted to take minimal damage so he could make it to the rematch. That's my real thoughts. Some of it, I think, was the layover, the layoff, some of the punishment that he sustained that was still in the back of his mind. He looked really unsettled through a good portion of the good majority of the fight, right? Looked unsettled. Looked like he's just unwilling to really set his feet and dig in, for lack of a better term, right? But I still think he did what was necessary to get to the next fight. And the thing is, with Tim saying this style is so easy, this is the easy style to beat. Devin Haney's easy to beat. I wish T.O. felt the same exact way and would have accepted the fight with him, then we'll be seeing it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, if he's so easy to beat, he's still a name in the sport. He undefeated. He accomplished. Why don't y'all beat him if he's so easy to beat? I don't want to hear this shit no more. Anybody that thinks Devin Haney is easy to beat, why don't you just fight him? At least fight him. Teofimo, fight him. Like Tim Bradley is a heavy advocate for Teofimo beating Devin Haney right now. He said he don't look the same. His style is easy to beat. He said he was scared as hell when he was fighting Ramirez. All of these things. So he basically a scary guy with an easy style and no chin, and he's broken. Sound like easy pickings. They should be beating down Devin Haney door to beat him. Because this is what they don't want to admit. This is what they don't want to admit because they're haters of the man. I rock with him. I ain't got nothing personal against none of these fighters. Devin Haney will be one of the best wins on that man's resume. And you know it. On a lot of these dudes' resume, T.O. got a couple names, but I think, shit, he might not look exactly like himself. He might still be in the process of bouncing all the way back. Devin is, but still undefeated. Still was undisputed. He still had a championship at 140. You get what I'm saying? That name on the resume alone will be better than a damn Arnold Barboza. So don't give me that shit. So if Arnold Barboza is good enough to get in the ring with, if Steve Claggett is good enough to get in the ring with 7 losses, you telling me because Devin Haney got, in a fight with Ryan and it didn't go his way, he did get cheated, right? So now y'all saying he's not the same fighter and that's the reason you won't fight him? That shit don't even make sense. So you telling me people are giving Devin Haney grace? You telling me they're waiting to him to return back to form before they want to fight him? That just sound like a load of shit, bro. We know boxers are like, vultures. Bro, they see weakness, they on your ass. And right now, like I said, everybody is so loud with their criticism of the young man, but they ain't jumping out the woodworks to fight. And I ain't trying to hear none of the weak ass, he don't make money. I don't want to hear it. Do you want to fight? That's a good name. That's a good fighter in the sport of boxing. It's unfortunate he got cheated by somebody like Ryan, but it is what it is. Do you want to fight him and can you beat him? That's what I want to know. I'm tired of hearing what y'all feel like he looked like and how broken he is and how if he easy to beat. I want to see somebody do it because Ramirez should have been able to do a lot more than what he did. And he didn't do shit but get outboxed cleanly. He just got outboxed for 12 straight rounds. 12 straight. Rick Thames, what it do? Teal says that paper not strong enough. Teal be full of it too, bro. He be full of it, man. Big dog Willie, my dog, man. He said just do. Peanut Head Bradley is a hater. Yeah, he be going in on young Dad, but I got you, Dad, man. I rock with you, bro. They ain't giving you your just do, and I'm being serious when I say that. I'm not trolling. I'm not joking. They be slighting that young man, but the fact of the matter is he's far more successful than a lot of these fighters and more paid than them. So they talking bullshit because he wanted to fight Boots, right? But they said that the same money he was gonna get for Boots. That was Keyshawn. That was Keyshawn. I almost mixed him up. But I don't think it was a money issue with T.O. I think I just don't think he's comfortable fighting Devin Haney. I don't think he, even though he'll critique the style, nothing that comes out his mouth tells me yeah, I'll get in there and beat him. No, you get what I'm saying? He talking about he need to get another win or something like that, and I'm like. So you're telling me you're waiting till he gets better or looks better to want to fight him? Like, nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe people that's picking Steve Claggett is trying to wait for fighters to get better before they fight him. Nah, right now should be the best time to fight Devin when he's not looking like himself. And it's a shame that people are almost celebrating fighters not wanting to fight him. It's nasty work. I ain't trying to hear none of that weak ass shit. When did the sport stop being about the sport? So don't nobody want to beat Devin Haney? Don't nobody want to be the first person to give him an L? That's crazy. And people are celebrating that. Nah, T.O. playing chess, not checkers. No, T.O.'s an idiot. So you telling me what was he doing when he turned down Matiz? He was playing chess and not checkers then, right? Now he turning around after ruining his old momentum after Barboza. And you telling me the Devin Haney win right now wouldn't be better than Barboza? Steve Claggett, Jamaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin. How many of those guys on your resume would Devin Haney be a better win than? That's where I'm at. And I don't understand for the life of me why Teofimo won't just get the people that fight. I don't. If he playing a long game, maybe I can't see the future on this one, but I just don't see the reason for it, right? Like it's almost prep for the fight to be yours now. Like he ain't exactly the guy that he once was. That's what you said. You would think you would be jumping all over this opportunity, but he playing businessman and shit on the sideline. And the people that's justifying him not taking this challenge right now, I bet you y'all don't got a better option for him. I bet you y'all don't know the next time T.O. going to be in the ring. I bet you don't know what fights Bob Arum got on the table for him. You get what I'm saying? So again, when your options are slim, because of the way you move, you gotta make it make sense at some point and get in there and fight somebody. You get what I'm saying? So not fighting Devin Haney at this point is nasty work. Bro, I get it. Them years ago, he probably would have beat you convincingly. Probably gave you hell. Now it look like a little more winnable fight, and he still.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, Art, man. Remember, Ramirez was being trained to kill Devin Haney per Robert Garcia. I'm training Ramirez to kill. Now you was training Ramirez to follow and get his ass punched on. Cause that was he was getting jabbed and just boxed for 12. Bob like has a bigger contract on the table for Tio. I'm telling you. Bob told me, yeah, Bob said he needs to shut up. Bob said Tio needs to keep his mouth shut. But he don't know how, man. LaMarcus, what it do, fam? So again, man, I level with Dev. I'm just not a hater of none of these dudes, man. I want to see him, see how great he could be. And I respect him wholeheartedly for even after the criticism with the Jose Ramirez fight, regardless of how people said he looked. Tio was the next guy he called out. And so we all on the same page. The reason that fight is not happening is because of Tio. And real quick, this is what Devin Haney had to say, being that that fight didn't come to fruition.
People are saying, and you're feeling like Teofimo's ducking you. What's the real deal? You know, how's this fight gonna go on?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We gave him a chance to sign a contract. I signed my part of it, so it was up to him. He can do it, so now we're moving on.
So look, man. I mean, who do you want next? And if it's not gonna be him, look, people want to see the Ryan rematch. You know, what's the reality of that? And people that say like you don't look like the same fighter even. They said the same about both of you.
I mean, they're gonna say something regardless. At the end of the day, we'll see who's next. It is what it is. I'm willing to fight the best fighters in the world. I'm going to fight the best fighters in the world, so we'll see.
As far as you feel like about where you're going with your career moving forward, what do you say to the people that you know that think you're different, that think you're?
As long as they tune in, that's all that matters. They're going to say something regardless, so it is what it is.
It's part of the territory of boxing.
It comes with it.
Well, listen, man. Any message to Teofimo right now, bro?
We'll see who's next. So we gave Teofimo a chance. We give him an opportunity. We want to take it, so we're on to the next.
Any message for Ryan?
But Teofimo can still get it too.
Teofimo can still get it. Any message for Ryan? No. Hey, thank you, bro.
Like, nah, we ain't got nothing to say about that, fool. So look, man, it's just what it is. He said they moving on. Like, they try to make the fight. You can't stay stuck on stupid. You could say a lot of things about Devin, but you can't say he's scared to fight people, right? And I think you gotta be able to respect him for that. You got to. He want to fight, and that's just what it is. So I don't know who he gonna end up in there with next, and I damn sure don't know where Tio gonna be at, man. Hat on top of the hoodie is diabolical. Yeah, that's when you don't care. You trying to not be seen, but it makes people turn their head when you rocking it like that. Shout out to Marquis. I knew somebody was gonna notice it. But yeah, man. So again, say what you want about him, but he jumped back in the mix, ready for the smoke.
I would train for Haney, for sure. Oh, damn, well, Tim ain't doing no boxing training. No, I'm out here trying to catch a chicken. That's what I'm trying to do. Look, whatever you want to say about his last performance, you can say it. If you call that boxing, all right, then you can sit there and you can watch that shit. I'm not watching that. You know what I'm saying? What type of performance he put on last time out? I don't want to watch a Haney fight. Bro, I'm here. I'm actually trying to help you, big dog. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to keep it 100 with you and let you know that's not boxing. You know? 2.5 minutes going around the ring like this. Bro, you should have seen your eyes. Your eyes was this damn big, bro. They was like fucking Coke bottles. Them things was huge. Your eyes was like this. You was scared as hell. And you know, they say, well, Tim, he got PTSD. Tim, he got PTSD from Garcia. Shit, you don't think I had PTSD from fucking Ruslan Pavanikov? You was out a whole year in some odd. I was only out 8 months. Came back, fought against Marquez. Yeah. A way better fighter, a legend in the game, way better fighter than a freaking Ramirez, who at this point at the twilight of his career. You know what I'm saying? And I fought a smart fight, a boxing fight, without all this running around the ring like this, bruh.
Yeah, but you didn't fight the smart fight against Ruslan Provodnikov. You almost got yourself knocked out. And you was damn sure concussed fighting. You was knocked out on your feet, pissing blood. Your speech was slurred. Your vision was bad. Your balance was off. Everything was wrong. And low key, finish telling the rest of the story. Ruslan Provodnikov more than likely shortened your career. Now, you a hell of a fighter. I'd never take nothing from him because Tim got in there and fought. Like, it's just what it was. But again, he got wrecked. Like, you get me? You can say who you fought all you want, but you took a lot of damage. And again, shit, it probably was a lot for Haney to deal with on the night. And he had, Ruslan ain't had no PEDs. He was punching. You get me? Ryan had PEDs. Now you guys see Haney bounce back. He a different fighter. Maybe it'd take him more than one fight to bounce back. That is possible. Or it's possible that what we seen May 2nd is what we got now. But I'm gonna reserve a bit of judgment for the young Haney, man. I think he can do better than what we seen. I would like to believe that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see Devin in the ring next. My mind was set on Tio. Al Booker was good with it. Yeah, facts. Well, he could vision slurred, speech. Vision blurred, speech slurred. Like, balance was off, urinating blood. He was taking medication. Not too long ago, I could have swore he said he was still taking some type of medication from that fight. I could have swore he said that, if I'm not mistaken. So he was messed up. And that's what I'm saying. Just you fight a smart fight. You might have fought one after that fight, but you didn't fight one against him. You was getting smashed. You get what I'm saying? Hey, I want to see him. I want to see him just get back in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But a real 47, he gonna have to, because that's where he at now. That's where he at. He wants to see about it.
So look, I'm trying to help you, man. Everybody think that I'm the problem. I'm not the problem, man. I'm actually the solution. I'm the solution. Get your mind right, Devin. Pops, I see you. I ain't got no problem with you. But I'll tell you this, the problem that I do have is, with a lot of these fighters, they speak for their sons. Your son ain't no boy no more. He doesn't speak for himself. That's just it. Yeah, I got to start doing this, man. Because a lot of these fathers, they be cashing checks that they can't even cash. They can't even cash it. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, look, y'all look at me, y'all see me as a fat guy, right? These motherfuckers still work, bro. I say I'm old, I'm 40, 40, gonna be 42? But they still work, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
bro,
look.
said these hands still work.
Y'all stay in y'all lane, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm a commentator. That's what I do now. I'm an analyst.
Stay in their lane.
All right? I say things the way I say them. And that's it. I'm always gonna keep it a buck 100 with y'all, man. That's just it. And that's just what I think. But look, you can have your opinion, I can have mine. And we can agree or disagree. But you coming at me, Mr. Haney, all on Instagram and all that shit, bro, I don't play around like that, bro. I'm gonna see you in public. Then we can have our conversation when I see you. You feel me?
Man, he told Bill he's gonna see me.
But yeah, keep posting about me. Keep raving about me. Keep talking about me. Don't give a damn.
Well, I appreciate the time.
Shout out to Tim. Tim be going in on the Haneys, man. Look, I rock with Devo, man. Dev will be back, man. Bill responded. Bill put this on the Twitter space, man. He put this in the Twitter space, man. He said, Timmy retired with 13 KOs, but swear he was stepping on shit. Why does Tim Bradley act like he was that guy? 33, 2-1 record. Only 13 KOs in his entire career. Never undisputed. Never unified. No career-defining win without controversy. Most known for getting booed after a robbery over Pacquiao. I mean, look, I'm not here to trash Dev at all, but it's boxing. Bill know that shit, because when Dev beat Haney, they booed. Every poll that I've seen across social media on every single platform after Haney and Lomachenko fought, they had Loma winning 60+ to 70+% in the polls. Every single poll that I've seen, I didn't see one solitary poll that I could remember that said Devin won the fight. And with all that being said, I still feel like he beat Loma. So, but he got booed there too. You know, they booed. They got they shit. They was just booing him, you know, for the Ramirez press conference, right? So that shit happens, man. I get it. A lot of people, everybody ain't gonna be undisputed. Dev took advantage of a you know, an opportunity, man. He made the most out of it, and you could never knock him for it. He was smart. He played his cards right. He's seen an opportunity to go snatch up the rest of them belts from Kambosos after he beat T.O., and that's what he did. Beat Kambosos' ass twice in Australia, kept it moving. Beat Loma after that in a very close, controversial decision by many, and he moved up to 140. He, you know, beat Regis handily, beat him convincingly, dominated him, dropped him. And then he ran into Ryan P.D. Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He ran into Ryan P.D. Garcia and shit went bad for him. You know what I'm saying? But since then, he bounced back with a Ramirez win, and I just want to see if he can get closer to what he was. He got to be the guy that's known to take more chances, more jabs, consistently, more right hands, body work, not just moving, right? So if I see him do that for another fight, I'm going to be concerned. If I see him come out of there and he don't want to sit still and he bouncing around and he look unsettled, I'm gonna think it's gonna be really hard for him to get all the way back to where he once was. But we're gonna find out. Who he fights after this, I don't know, yo. I don't know. Shit, man. It's some good fights for him, man. But man, 147 is not gonna be easy. But it wasn't supposed to be, right? So I don't know, man. I just think Tia was the fight for him, bro. I really think that was one he could have won. Abdullah Mason fans see you trying to jump on the bandwagon. Man, be cheering for Sean Haney, kid. This man told people to cheer for Sean Haney is crazy. Sean Haney is wild, bro. Shout out to Sean Haney, by the way. Bill Smart, you don't want that fade with Tim Bradley. Nah, hell no, I wouldn't want it either. Timmy said these hands still work, G. But nah, man, look, Devin is very accomplished. 32-0. What is he? 33-0 now, right? Is it, or is it 32? 32, still 15 KOs, already more than Bradley had his entire career. Youngest undisputed champion in football era. Built his legacy without a major promoter. Tim was good. Devin's historic. That's the difference, man. Look, I ain't no argument there. Dev did his thing, but Tim Bradley is got to be a guy. I think at the end of his career, you got to respect him. You know what I mean? He's accomplished. He beat Manny. People say he robbed him. I mean, shit, it is what it is. You know, Manny is not one to cry robbery because when he went against Nadal Hussein, they definitely robbed him and gave Manny the win, and he went on to do great things. So, you know, that's that. As far as the I'm trying to compare the Masons to Haney. Now you can't see they can't do that, man. That's where I go wrong. How you can't do that? They don't fight nothing alike, and it's okay. Nah, they don't fight alike, bro. Don't do that. Don't compare them to. Nah, hell nah, you can't do that. That don't even make sense, bro. See, that's where they lose me. Look, Haney should always be sold to me, in my opinion, as one of the best boxers out there in the game. One of the most talented boxers out there in the game. Because I think that statement could be backed up by the body of work to demonstrate that, right? But when you start saying, you know, you compare him to somebody that he's nothing like, they don't do nothing alike. Right, they approach to the game is different. You know, they fighting styles are different, and that's not a knock on Haney. He just don't fight like Abdullah Mason. But why would people try to force that? Like that's crazy thinking. And that is disrespectful to Haney because it's like you trying to force something that don't fit instead of appreciating what it is that he do bring to the table and saying that's what he is, right? Shit, he got way more experience than Abdullah Mason, right? It's a lot that you can sell that Haney is that Abdullah Mason ain't had a chance to get to yet. But to say they alike or you comparing them, now that's weird. And that's what's wrong with people. Stop comparing these guys to each other when they ain't nothing like each other. You know what I'm saying? Haney is a pure boxer. Abdullah Mason, boxer, puncher type deal, man. It's just different. I know Haney wish he did what Edwin did with Ryan when he called off the fight. Probably in hindsight, you know, but nah, and I ain't here to diss him. Haney got his own style, bro. That shit worked for him, whether they like it or not. Jab, hold, they can call it what they want. That shit works. And he been winning this long, and he's still undefeated. That's where I be at. Only for the people that's hating on him, not the criticism. That's cool. It's boxing, but they really don't be liking that kid, and I don't see it. It ain't that deep. Like what is like, you get me? He trying to get back. Shit, he came out of that Ryan Garcia situation, wanting to smoke. You get what I'm saying? He came out of that one that smoke, and Tio stalled him. Tio stopping. I'm about to be. That's gonna be the next live stream. Why is Teofimo trying to stop Devin Haney from being great? The next live stream. Why Tio is hating on Devin Haney? He trying to stop him from being great, bro. I see the play. Tio know that Devin Haney's path to greatness is through him, and he don't want it to happen. That's what he don't want. Tio seen that style. He like, yeah, even though he trashed it, but he ain't confident that he could be the guy that's jabbing, moving. Like he ain't comfortable. Telling you, he gonna be in there complaining like he did when Jamaine Ortiz fought him. Man, all he did was run. Telling you. That's next live stream. Teofimo is denying Devin Haney greatness. Oh, y'all think I'm playing tomorrow? We doing tomorrow. Watch, they gonna be like, just said he was doing it. Watch, we doing it tomorrow. Teofimo Lopez denying Devin Haney greatness, bro, by not getting in the ring with him. And everybody that's a Teofimo fan should be ashamed. I'm coming for all Teo fans tomorrow, the whole fan base, whole kid capoodle. I'm coming for everybody. Oh, yeah. People don't like him dudes because he got a daddy. They did. Yeah, they can't do that, yo. One thing I observed with Abdullah Mason and company, and when I say in company, I mean Abdullah Mason and his brothers, I had a chance to like be out and about and see them moving. They move like a unit. They move the right way, man. I don't want to say militant and put too much on it, but you could tell they move correctly. Like they you know, they've been brought up the right way, yo. They move like some young men. You know what I'm saying? They was all in the group with they Mason gear on, you know, just doing their thing. So now you can't. And if you see their father, you got to appreciate him being in their lives, because that's why we got Abdullah Mason. You got somebody that's guiding him. He humble, he hungry, he confident. He everything he's supposed to be. He really is. He everything he's supposed to be, bro. So I love watching Abdullah Mason. I don't want to hear no Abdullah Mason hate because I rock with him. I don't see no reason to hate, but I hate the overpraising of him too. And it's only overpraising because he's so young and they just won't let him just keep developing and keep growing. He check all the boxes and then some. Just keep allowing him to get the experience, and he gonna be everything that people are trying to say he is already. You get what I'm saying? He working his way to that, but we be, you know, crowning him already. He beats this one and that one. I seen some silly ass boxing fan, you know, type about how Abdullah Mason is better than Keyshawn and Shakur except for Tank. And you could just imagine that person's a Tank glazer. And I don't even like that word, but we're pitting him over people that's more accomplished and proven. And I don't respect that because it's not logical. That doesn't mean that just because a guy's more experienced and proven than him that he won't give him hell or he don't got a shot at beating him. But to say that he's over people already without having to prove it, that's the prime example of what glazing is to me. You can't place somebody over somebody because you feel a certain way without them at least proving it. It's not logical. But it's just a matter of time. That's how I've been saying that about Abdullah. He get an opportunity, I think he's going to take full advantage of it. But the next live, Teofimo Lopez is denying Devin Haney greatness. That's why he's not trying to get in the ring with him. I see the play. Y'all not slick. We know what's going on out here, bro. We know what's going on. NHA2, what it do, homie? Think he beats Keyshawn? Hey, look, I won't argue with nobody that feels like he can beat one of these guys because he got every tool in the book to be able to do so. But for me, I can't place him over him. Could he possibly beat him? It's possible. I wouldn't pit him over him right now because he ain't had to prove it yet. Know what I mean? And then you even heard it from Bob Arum, man. Bob Arum is very high on Abdullah Mason, right? He love him. But he like, yo, he don't have nearly the experience that Keyshawn got. And Abdullah got more fights. So all I'm saying is let him keep growing because he's moving in the direction that everybody is saying he's going. But they like already saying it like, nah, he's better than this one. He's better than everybody at lightweight except for Tank. And it's like, man, shut up, man. Just shut up, bro. Just shut up. You might like his style better, but it don't make him better than everybody just because you like him. You get, and that's where I'm at. At least allow him the experience to be able to prove it. And I think he's going to do that. But again, I'm not in a position where I'm anointing him over people that is proving it. I just don't operate that way. And it don't matter what fighter it is. It could be anybody. But I see all of the same shit that everybody else see. I see the punching power in both hands. I see the creativity offensively. I see what he can do. You get what I'm saying? Shit, I seen somebody make a post today about Abdullah Mason. They said the kid ain't got no flaws. They said Abdullah Mason don't got no flaws in his skill set. That's how highly people think about him. So listen, I respect him. I rock with him. I support him. I got to see him out and about. I like how they move. If you hating on Abdullah Mason, is like saying you don't really like boxing, because he everything you would want a fighter to be. I don't really want to say humble, because he confident, bro. Bro know he can go, but he don't talk too much, and he get in the ring and he beat ass. Like for example, he got propelled into a main event opportunity this weekend, and he took full advantage of it. That's what Abdullah Mason is. You get what I'm saying? Everybody said Abdullah Mason beating Keyshawn and Shakur. Hey, yo, hey, listen. I can't do it. I could see why people would feel that way, but I'm not gonna do it. Like I said before, bro, if Shakur or Keyshawn fought a Johan Vasquez and they got dropped twice back to back, people would be dissing them. I think I said this to you before. People will be dissing them like no tomorrow. Like that shows that it's a level of competition. I think either of them fight that dude, and that never happens. It's just little moments like that where that's experience. Let me be very clear with what I'm saying. The only knock, and it's not really even a knock because he only 21. The only knock on Abdullah Mason for me right now, and it's not like I said, it's not really a knock, is the lack of experience. And that's just he probably a couple fights away, bro, because he looked like he can handle the moment, man. Nah, man. Hey, man, I tuned in and I heard some dissing, man. I didn't like it. I wasn't rocking with it, man. I seen some dissing. See, you might say it, you might get on your show and you might talk your talk, but we know how you do what you do, man, right? But I think certain people, they're not watching him the way you are. They on some troll shit. You might really mean what you say, and I believe you mean that. I don't see it that way, because again, I gotta see more. And I think Shakur is a special guy. I think they all know what time it is with them. I just wish they wasn't under the same management, so the likelihood of that fight could be more of a thing. But as far as the person that, I won't say no name. I remember who it was. I think it was just said to slight Keyshawn and Shakur. It wasn't said with a watchful eye. It wasn't said by a person that's studying the sport. It wasn't said by a person that's really watching this shit day to day, breaking it down. That wasn't coming from that kind of person. So again, if you're a person that talk boxing on a regular, really study and know your shit, and you say that, it hits different than somebody that I know is just saying it because they follow what the crowd is saying. You get what I'm saying? Like if I drop the link and say, come up here and explain to me why you got him winning, you're going to have a logical assessment as to why you feel like he could win those fights. And whether or not I see it that way, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to say, I see where you're coming from. But that person that I'm referring to won't be able to do that, not even a little bit. They just being a D rider, you know what I mean? For lack of a better term, they just riding the crowd, you know what I mean? Running with the crowd. They can't give me no round by round breakdown of what could happen in the fight or how Abdullah look. They can't do none of that. They just type it. Just to spite Keyshawn and Shakur. And it's kind of lame because people don't really like boxing. When you really put on in this sport, I rock with you, whether your last name is Mason, Davis, or Stevenson. Them some talented dudes. And that's one thing that it gets lost in translation because people are too hung up on trying to prove who's the better guy, and there's no way to prove it without them fighting each other. So no matter how many people Abdullah Mason and any of them beat, we'll never know until they fight. But I could understand why people could feel like he can beat them guys. He got all the tools to be able to beat anybody, right? But I said, for me, you going up against a Shakur right now, I just said his inexperience is going to hurt him. To me, he not going to be able to just walk Shakur down like he been doing these other guys that ain't nowhere near on that level. That's my personal opinion. Would he be able to have success? Yeah, that dude is a dog, but I ain't got him beating him right now. And you listen to Bob Arum, a guy that knows exactly how he's being moved inside and out. He already said it. As far as the experience, he agrees with what I'm saying. So there's no real knocks in Abdullah, man. Everybody got flaws in their game. I just feel like it's just a matter of time for that dude. Shout out to Boxing Hacker. He said fighters who focus on a lot in training will always be successful. That's what Devin and Mason have in common. But Devin and Abdullah are blessed. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed. Boxing Hacker or what? Shout out to Boxing Hacker. I appreciate you, man. Bradley is a clown 10 times. See what it do. Devin ain't a Mason talent level, in my opinion. Nah, he's not that kind of Mason got a different element to him that makes him special. He be on go. You know what I mean? Devin is a different fighter, pure boxer, just different styles. People are like the Mason's style more, and I ain't knocking it because he get to it. He beat your ass. But for me, I've grown to appreciate fighters for what they bring to the table. If you show me that you could do something that might separate you from 9 or 8 out of 10 other boxers, then I could rock with it. You know what I mean? Devin Haney showed you that, you know, he can box his ass off and he can win. Abdullah Mason can box. He can fight with it. He's solid. He's strong. Come forward. He power with both hands. There's a lot to like about him. You get what I'm saying? But you just want to continue to see him keep growing because he still fights with that young boy energy. It's less and less of it each time he fight, but it's still a little bit of that young boy energy. Like, and when I say that, that's that shit that got him caught against Johan. That's all that people think, oh, that's because his chin is bad or his defense is bad. Nah, that's because his style got him caught like that, or the way he approached the fight got him caught, right? He be on go so much that he wasn't really worried about what was coming back. And that's inexperience. So when he got dropped like that in them 2 rounds, I know better. If you're going to hate, you're going to say he ain't got no chin. You're going to say some typical surface level shit. But if you being real, you're going to understand he made mistakes. He left his chin exposed, got caught when he was swinging, wasn't being defensively responsible. And that's inexperience in him being young. Being that young boy, I'm going to just walk you down and punch on you. And he forgot that the guy you fighting is throwing shit back too. So that's what got him caught. So little moments like that, I feel like, you know, it just shows you that he's still young and he's still growing. Shout out to the Butcher, man. How you feeling, bro? Unbiased Boxing Show, but for Corey. If you could tell me one thing, and that goes for anybody in here, that makes me biased with Shakur, I pay you. I really pay you. I pay you. Anything I've ever said about him, I could back it up with a logical breakdown or explanation. And simply put, why I got Shakur over everybody, because I feel like he's smarter than these dudes. Why these fight fans keep talking about brittle hands and punching power and fighting and all this stupid shit, I'm still remembering that the sport is called boxing and is more mental than physical. And I feel like he's one of the smartest fighters we got in the sport. And for that reason, I think when he step in there with these guys, he gonna beat them. That's what I believe. And shit, but man, where my guy at, man? My boy kicking ass in camp too right now while we at it. You know what I mean? Devin don't have a vicious core like that. Nah, he got a little. Dev got some he got some grit in him though. He just his style and approach is not to seek and destroy. His is to box and hit and not get hit. Abdullah Mason is like, I'm coming to beat you up. You get what I'm saying? That's a Boots mentality. Boots, I'm coming to beat your ass. Abdullah Mason, I'm coming to beat your ass. Shakur Stevenson, I'm coming to outbox you. It just is what it is, right? That to some people, they're like, I don't want to see that boxing shit for 12 rounds. I want to see Mason. I want to see Boots. I want to see Keyshawn. Like guys that with that approach that they going to get to it. For me, I like guys, you know, I know it's something about Shakur that separates him from everybody else. Like it's 3 fighters in the entire sport that got a +20. I think it's +20 to plus-minus ratio. One of them was Lomachenko that just retired. The other 2 is Floyd Mayweather and Shakur Stevenson. Shit like that, I think, separates him from the pack. It makes him special. Even if people don't want to acknowledge it, you have to, because the numbers say it. So it's like you want to go against the facts, then, you know, argue with them. Yeah, show me. If you can tell me one thing that makes me biased, I will expose that. A lot of people use the word bias, but they don't use it the right way. They think bias is when you say something that they don't agree with. Nah, that's not what bias is. You got to tell me when I'm up here just capping, when I say something that's not true. I just don't see shit the way people see it because you know, I know better. I know a little bit better than, you know, I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Jump back, no head movement. Hey, he still got one of the highest plus minus ratios in the history of the sport, and he still is the least hit fighter actively right now, even with no head movement and jumping straight back. So you gotta make it make sense. Why ain't nobody been able to do nothing about it? Mr. Miles was good with it. Punch and accuracy actually matters as well, and he's by far one of the most accurate fighters in the sport. So all the people that say he don't throw punches, that's a lie. That's a lie. Nah, everybody not biased. Prove it. You got an opportunity to prove it, bro. The floor is yours, Opulent. Nah, everybody not biased. That's something I just don't agree with that. I don't, because people misuse the word. People will call you biased when you're telling them. You could say a fact and they'll say you being biased for this one. They don't know. Like we got this lesson. We on here. We talking boxing. Tell me something I said, and it's y'all free to critique. You could tell me something I said that makes me biased, and we could talk about it. Hey, what's good with it? That's going to change when he fights someone. Who that? Who you talking about? I ain't know who you was talking about. Hey, shout out to my homie, man. Ball in your court. Whatever you want. Shout out to Kellen, man. What's good with it, bro? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me take this off real quick, man. This was Bill Haney coming at Desert Storm Tim Bradley. You biased as hell, Josh. I just beat those who admit it. Yeah, but I'm not about to admit something I don't believe. And my thing is this. We sling that shit around so freely, but we don't have examples. And a lot of times when I see people talking bias, they misusing it. Just because you think differently than me don't makes me biased. You get what I'm saying? I don't never get up here and mislead y'all. I don't tell shit that's not true. And when I do give my perspective, I'm letting you know it's my perspective and opinion. It's not biased. I don't believe everybody's biased. I believe everybody wants to believe that because it's comfortable. Just lump everybody in there together. But I'm gonna say this. I'm standing on it. I'm pretty sure it's some people that could attest for it. It's multiple. It's multiple. Whether they in here now or not, they'll tell you that I'm not. You matter of fact, let me roll the tape. This is exactly why I play this. Y'all smash the like button, man. Sub to the channel, support the grind. This is why I play this clip every time. This is why.
Building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube. Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Just Do. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his Just Due. Shout out to my brother Just Do, man. Much love and respect.
And that's just a couple of the people. I got more. I'm going to put a whole compilation together of everybody saying it. And y'all going to tell me that these people just get up in front of their platforms and in front of all the people that that's listening to them, and they decide to tell the lie and just say Just Do is one of the most unbiased people they ever hear talk boxing. That's all. I'll let the Pay actors is crazy. Pay actors is crazy, bro. Pay actors is crazy, man. Dang, y'all gonna do me like that. Shay was said, "Dub don't count." Damn, man, y'all gonna do me like that. Y'all gonna do me like that. Hold on, man. Y'all can't do me like that. Y'all can't do me like that. Hold on. I ain't going out like Willie Lump. Hold on. I think I got one more right now. Let me see. Where my boy at? He was in here too. Hold on. I think I got it in here. What'd he say?
Those type of guys like, man, y'all dudes running on each other's nuts.
Yeah.
And the fighters that y'all representing ain't even coming on y'all platform. Then we got my guy, motherfucking Jusdueboxing channel. Straight come through with Shakur Stevenson. And y'all don't even motherfucking tilt your hats to the king. I don't really understand, man. It's kind of weird out here, man.
I tilt your hat to the king. You hear me? They listen, man. I'm a household thing, man. Hey, look, man. I just had some fun with that, but I'm not here to see how many people agree with me. I'm here every day to see how many people want to have a conversation. I don't even do content the way people do it, bro. I don't. I'm trying to have a conversation. People like to argue. I'm different. You know, hey, they rocking with your boy out there, man. They rock. You get me? Shout out to the homie Rod. No one gives a negative shout out, but why would they? Don't. So what y'all trying to say? They lying? So y'all, so y'all don't like the evidence. Y'all don't like the receipts. So y'all discredit. Hey, look. Them ain't the only one. There's plenty more. It's plenty more where that came from. So I'll take that. I'll say this, regardless of what anybody say, everybody's entitled to their opinions and how they feel. You'll have way more people calling me unbiased than biased. I'll tell you that. And again, the only time that I've ever been called biased is when somebody is trying to force an argument or they want to disagree. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm not up here lying and stretching the truth. And I support these dudes for real, because that's what boxing need, bro. Boxing need more supporters and less critics, man. You get what I'm saying? Imagine y'all being a boxer. Imagine y'all doing something, somebody or me coming to y'all job and telling you how bad you are at your job, but I can't do it. Imagine me coming to y'all jobs, right? And telling y'all how bad you are, criticizing you for how you do your job, but I can't even do it. That's what fight fans are with boxing and sports in general. We critique the shit that we can't even do. I try to have a more fair approach because I understand I can't get in there and go 12 rounds with none of these dudes. You get what I'm saying? So my approach is different, bro. You know what I mean? To Dennis out here, pay actors. They on the payroll, bro. Tito just bought my ticket for Shakur versus Payday next month. I'm hyped. Let's go, Tito. Know what I'm saying? I hope I see you in the building, bro. Hope I see you in the building. Know what I'm saying? Hope I see you. All right. Do you think Corey's smarter than everyone? Bias is in itself? No, because it's an opinion, bro. Your opinion don't make you biased, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's what I think. If I was saying it was a fact, then you might have an argument. I'm telling you, I think that. That's what I think. I believe it. And again, bro, what I'm basing it off is what I'm seeing in the actual ring under the lights, and then the countless stories that I have of other people saying the very same shit that I'm saying. As a matter of fact, I'm going to interview a young fighter from Jersey Saturday. I'm going to interview. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV too, man. I'm going to interview a young fighter Saturday from Jersey, and I'm going to ask him some questions about Shakur. I'm going to let you hear from the fighter. Don't listen to nothing I'm saying. I'm going to let you hear. I'm going to let everybody in here. Y'all tune in, turn y'all notifications on. Saturday, I will have a guest in the building from Jersey doing his thing. And I'm going to ask him his opinion. I'm going to let him tell y'all about the fighter. Never mind what I say. I'm going to let somebody that actually work with him, that see him put in the work from a day-to-day basis, tell y'all what they think. You know what I'm saying? Never mind me. Never mind what I think. Big Supreme, what's happening, yo? Confirmation bias too. Tennessee favorite information that confirms pre-existent. Yeah, nice try. Shout out to Big Supreme. Nice try, bro. But y'all grasping at straws right now. Y'all grasping at straws. Y'all just think because you say it, it's true. Nah, my thing is you should have had an example of how I'm biased, man. Y'all can't just say it without no example. Don't try this no general ass statement with me. Nah, bro. I come up here every day. I'm a fair, straight shooter, man. You dig? That don't mean you agree with everything, but I'm still a fair, straight shooter. Eddie been coming through with the cards lately. Yeah, Eddie on his game a little bit, man. All things, what it do, homie? Ray Ford, not Ray Ford, man. I reached out to Ray, man. I gotta reach back out to Ray Ford, man. Be acting, you already know OP, man. Ain't about nothing. I just for the conversation shit that makes me criticism make you better, bro. You know what I'm saying? You always can get better at anything you do. You could get better. Well, let's keep building, man. Had a little bit of fun with that, but Ninja Turtle Bradley, shout out to Tim Bradley, man. Devin Haney is being denied greatness from Teofimo Lopez. That's tomorrow's live. Y'all tune in. Make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on. We're gonna have some fun with it. You know what I mean? He hating on Devin, bro. I already know, Mr. Miles. What's good, Brody? It was good with it. It's all good. Have some fun with it, man. You know, I talk to y'all every day. Y'all could talk some trash. It's all good. It's all good. Say why you said nice try. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I thought you said something about me being biased. It's definitely a Thursday Jersey thing. Nah, the Jersey thing, yeah, you know, we gotta put on for your hometown. Know what I'm saying? Gotta put in for your hometown. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Shout out to my guy Dante's Boxing Talk. They saying a simple assault report filed for backstage incident at Scope during Davis fight. So they're saying they filed a little simple assault. Norfolk Police Department has a simple assault report on file for assault that occurred on June 7th. That's light. I don't know if anything gonna happen to Keyshawn from this point, but yeah, he wasn't jumped, and then him and Keyshawn had the altercation. Yeah, so that's that little update, y'all. That's that little update. Little, yeah. Nah, he didn't get jumped. I think that just was being reported and blown out of proportion. And you know, I'm not a fan of that because they called and said baby girl jumped somebody and then she never done it. That shit had me mad as hell. And I feel like stuff like that, you got to be very careful because just hearing it make it hit you different. You be pissed off if somebody telling you somebody got jumped in your family, you on their ass, and vice versa. If somebody's telling you a kid of yours jumped somebody, you mad as hell too. Like, what you doing? So. Yeah, that's all. You just got to be very, very, like, you know, mindful of how you know what I'm saying, report shit like that. But the fact of the matter is, you got to sum it all up. You can't beat her. Put yourself in bad situations. You open the door for all those type of criticism, all the different things to be said to you. That's the difference. So just got to be smarter, right? He got opportunity, he got his career in front of him. He missed $1 million bag. Ain't no getting that back. And I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. You was on your way. You was on your way. You knocking at the door. You was about to have I think another sellout. You know what I mean? 2 at home in 14 fights. It's not a lot of people that could say they doing that shit. So as much as people want to write him off, nah, he gotta get back in front of this shit, bro. Like, work hard, bro. Work. You been putting in the work. Lock back in. You know what I mean? And oh, man, it's another conversation. But I'm gonna say that for another day. Seemed like when he started going left with a certain somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? The same guy that was the reason why he cited for his boxing career being what it is. You better tap back in. Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Said appreciate your honest opinion, just like you respect mine. That Mike Tyson overrated. Damn, why you gotta do me like that, Mike Kirkland? Nah, yeah, I respect it because I know you watching up boxing. And for me, no matter how different your opinion is, if I respect where you're coming from, it's no need for me to argue it, disagree with it. I'll just tell you, I feel you. And you're not the only person that said that. For me, the way I look at Tyson, he was a bit of an anomaly. You see how quick he became heavyweight champion. That was him. We didn't get to see the absolute best, I think, of Mike because it was cut short with lack of discipline, the wrong people around you, and things like that. But I think for the time that we had him at the top of his game, just one of the most dangerous, ferocious fighters that you could lay eyes on. And he really used to have people shook. Tyson was special to me. He always going to be, regardless of the losses and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He just one of them guys. I think that's why he respected like that. Never duck the dodge shit. If you beat him, you beat him. You know what I'm saying? You beat his ass, you beat his ass. But yeah, Mike, it's like you got a deep dive, man. He got a real, like, layered career where you gotta peel back them layers and really like break it down and see what kind of fighter he was at what point, and then when it all changed, like getting locked up, coming out, being super big. He was all big. He just wasn't the same exact guy, but Mike was special for sure. Shit, me, man. Smash the like button, man. We gonna keep rocking. Keyshawn spinning the camera like Pac. Yeah, he wild out. Randall, what it do, homie? How you feeling? All bright. Had to turn up on him. Albright bro. Yeah, Albright brother was pissed off. He spit like Pac, bro. He spit on somebody, Albright brother. Internet made society soft. Yeah, you know why? Because if people had to be accountable, Cal, for the stuff that they say, like on a regular basis, I encounter people talking in a way that I know they wouldn't talk if they was face to face with people. And because of like you not having to, there's no consequences to pretending to be something that you're not. It makes, get what I'm saying? Makes shit a little weird, and that's just what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like you see just how weird it get. You know what I mean? And social media is the worst sometimes, man. Key ain't want to give it that 500K. Still gonna lose twice. Yeah, man. DB3 thug life. DB3 coming back, man. DB3 making a comeback, man. You hear me? Weed views. I honestly think Keyshawn's a hype job, and Edwin De Los Santos is going to expose him. Keyshawn is very good, but not great. Listen, I feel you, weed vibes, man. What you smoking on over there? Weed vibes, but nah, man. Look, hype job. Nah, I mean, think about it. Could you name another fighter with 13 fights? You know what I mean? Sellout crowd. You know what I mean? Solid competition. He's in a position to do some really good things. I don't think it's hype. I think he's proven that he ain't hype. It's substance behind Keyshawn Davis, right? He ain't just smoke and mirrors. So you can see the talent. It speaks for itself. But how good he'll be remains to be seen. Yeah, he's very good. He's not great because it's premature. It's still to be determined whether or not he'll be great. It's way too early for that. I don't think there's a fighter in boxing that you could find that you could really stamp and say is great at 13 fights in. You get me? So I agree with you. Very good, not great yet. That still is yet to be proven if he'll even be great. But hype that's tough, man. I don't think he's hype, man. I think he's substance for real. You know what I'm saying? I feel you think De Los Santos would expose him. Look, it's possible, but I think De Los Santos had a crazy ass weight cut. Like I was guessing, and I hear that his camp started at 190. He got all the way to 134.7. I think he has a borderline fat camp. And then when you look at his face, he do look a little super slim in the face. I think that the way he killed himself in camp, where they started at, mixed with the fact that Keyshawn didn't cut it off, just made Sampson say, "The hell with this fight. I'm not putting my fighter out there." I think Keyshawn was going to hurt him. I really do. I think the time off plus the fat camp, because if you was 190 pounds, you spent a significant amount of time in your camp cutting that weight. And maybe that would explain the way his physique looked. He looked like he made the weight, but he didn't look solid. Like I seen him, he looked different against Shakur. He looked different against Rayo. You can tell that he was coming off with some significant time off. And I think that mixed with how much weight he had to lose with the fact that his opponent didn't even cut. It's just a bad fight. It was a risky fight. So I think Keyshawn really was going to hurt him. I think if he'd have made weight, he was going to beat him regardless. If you look at the body of work from both guys, just look. De Los Santos, let's be honest, his best chance at beating Keyshawn Davis is to catch him and stop him or something, knock him out. Because he wasn't going to outbox him. He don't got the tools nor the pedigree. No William Fosters ain't beating no damn Keyshawn Davises. You get what I'm saying? This man came out there and landed 40 punches in his last fight against Shakur. 40 punches. I think he was going to get cooked. That amount of time off, that amount of weight to lose in that short time span, it's a bad fight. So Sampson saved his fighter. It was a smart move. He still got paid, and he didn't put his fighter in a situation where I think it would have been really bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Ghetto Fab, what it do? Keyshawn was walking backstage like Pac when he kicked Orlando. Yeah, Keyshawn was on time, man. But yeah, you gotta let these fighters grow. Yeah, man. That's why I say, man. 13 fights in, bro. You can't name. How busy would it do? Ill Will was good. You can't name a lot of fighters that's in a better situation than Keyshawn, despite the weekend. I'm talking about aside from that. Name me another one. You get what I'm saying? You could go anybody. You get what I'm saying? So nah, man. A dude definitely ain't hype, bro. It's substance behind the dude. People might not like it because of what he just done, but man, listen. I'll play some clips for you, bro. Man, I told you, man, Troy Nash, man. Shout out to Troy Nash, man. He said Keyshawn was terrorizing these grown men, bro. And then nobody was wanting to spar him. You got Keyshawn, young as hell, terrorizing grown men in the gym, and they not wanting to spar. That dude, he got some real talent, bro. He got to stay focused, and that way he could reap the benefits of everything that his hard work is gonna get for him, right? Allow the people to really support what you got going on by, you know what I mean? Just keep putting them wins together, keep locking in. And if y'all didn't see it, go check out Troy Nash interview on Behind the Hands TV and go listen to what he had to say about Keyshawn Davis. Better yet, don't listen to nothing I say about Shakur or Keyshawn. Nothing. Just disregard it, because I'm a supporter, right? I'm a content creator that rocks with them. But listen to the people that either share the ring with them under the lights or spar with them or work with them on a regular basis. Listen to what those guys have to say about them as far as talent. Don't listen to what I got to say. Listen to the real one. Shout out to Behind the Hands. He in the building. Jared Anderson was like Keyshawn but got exposed. Nah, I don't think Jared Anderson got exposed. Jared Anderson is an undersized heavyweight that took a financial opportunity that I think was too good to pass up on. That if you just look at the body of work from him, you could look at that Bocoli fight as a little premature. That was a big jump. He's an undersized guy, but Coley's a true heavyweight. He wasn't one of those smaller heavyweights that Jared Anderson was beating up, boxing, and knocking out. And you've seen it when they got into the ring. Jared Anderson punching power didn't have the same effect that it had on a lot of those other guys he fought because they were smaller heavyweights, much like himself. You get what I'm saying? So you got in there with a guy like Bocoli. He fought the wrong fight. He should have boxed Bocoli instead of standing in there and trying to trade, catch, and shoot. And I respected his bravery, but it was the wrong way to fight. He should have boxed and moved and just outboxed Bocoli, and he didn't do it. So I wouldn't say he got exposed. You only say that if you feel like Bocoli is not on that level, right? Is Bocoli a bad fighter? You get what I'm saying? No. His only loss at that time, I think it was to Michael Hunter when he like dislocated his arm or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So Bocoli is definitely dangerous. He just fought the wrong fight. He got hit with one too many big shots too early. You get what I'm saying? I don't really look at it as exposed because losing is a part of boxing. Like, think about it. Every single time a fighter loses, just about we're going to say somebody got exposed. That's not the reality. It's just somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. Sometimes you just lose to the better man. But Coley fought the smarter fight. Jared Anderson fought a fight that was risky to him. He had success, but it cost him in the end. He wasn't able to close the show. And you can't stand right in front of somebody like Bocoli that's punching like that. His best bet was to go to his body and box him. And you get what I'm saying? So it's a learning lesson. Bob Arum that wasn't a Bob Arum opportunity. Bob wasn't trying to push that. Bob didn't want him to take it because he know that he's still building him. And he wasn't necessarily ready for that step up fight. And that's no shade to Jared Anderson. He's a beast. But that was a risky fight. When you take them step ups, sometimes they go left. You know what I'm saying? I'm still people off the train. Jared Anderson train after seeing his last fight too and how they felt like he was complaining. I still rock with him. As long as he gonna get in there and fight and try to win and get the most out of his career, I could rock with him. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna be easy moving forward. Swift Beats was good with it. Yeah, he gonna be all right for sure. Definitely is. Zab Judah pistol whipped him. Melvin was good. Now Usyk always undersized. Yeah, he undersized. He's undersized too. Usyk, he's an undersized heavyweight, but so is Jared. Jared is not a big heavyweight at all. Had way more than people know going on in his life. Had a new coach and he needed. I'm telling you, and that's the part that people will call excuses behind the hands, but you would know even better than me because you talk to even more fighters than me, and you know they all got a story. And it's just as well as me that there's a difference between reasons and excuses. He has some real shit going on. People are human, but we expect them to just be Superman for that one night, and it's just not the reality, man. So, look, I'm glad Jared got the chance to bounce back with a win, and I'm all in. I'm still supporting. I'm rocking with him. He ain't did nothing to me personally. It's his career. It's what he want to do with it. Jared Anderson, in my opinion, is going to go as far as he wants to go. If he's hungry and committed and he like, yo, boxing, this is what I'm going to do, I believe that's what he's going to get out of it because he got the talent. I don't think he a hype job and none of that. People want to call him that as soon as somebody loses. It's not that. Sometimes you just get caught or you get beat by the better guy. It don't make you hype. You just wasn't better than that man on the night. Get what I'm saying? But after looking at his loss, that's not a loss where you like, man, he ain't got the skills to beat him. Yeah, he did. He just fought the wrong fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's IQ. Maybe that's experience. Maybe with a few more fights and he fight Bacoli, his approach to that fight is a bit different. But I believe he fought the wrong fight. That's just my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it cost him. But, you know, it's always some shit that you can learn from. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't look at it. It don't got nothing to do with him being black. Jerry, I be trying to let you make it, bro. But you got to have something to add to the conversation because people like you just annoy me. And I could just ignore you, but you got to be sensible. None of my content is centered around what color somebody is. And black ain't no race. It's a color, bro. Jared Anderson is a melanated fighter. Like, we ain't black. Let's be clear since you want to say that. Nah, I don't have shit to do with that. We support all fighters. We over here, this is a boxing platform. We support them all. We don't give a damn what color they is. I don't look at none of these fighters as getting exposed the minute they lose because that's not the right terminology. Sometimes you lose to the better guy. Would you believe that people said Errol Spence got exposed by Terrence Crawford? That's not getting exposed when you losing to one of the absolute best fighters in the world. You just lost to the better man. It's not getting exposed, bro. Get what I'm saying? That's for them surface level boxing fans that don't know how to give a assessment besides some old negative, like plain, you know, ABC basic shit. Nah, exposed is an overused word, bro. Every time somebody take a loss, it don't mean they got exposed. You just lost. You lose to the better man. That's what happened. Kelvin Davis just lost to Nair Albright. He got exposed, or did he just get beat by a better man? That's what happened. That's not getting exposed. That has nothing to do with what color they are. Shit is foolish, bro. Caleb Plant is white. When he got knocked out by Canelo, did he get exposed or did he get beat by the bigger man? He's white. Don't have shit to do with it. He didn't get exposed. He got beat by the better man. Simple and plain. That shit is weak. We don't watch. I don't. Let me speak for myself. I don't watch boxing because of what color these dudes are. Like who cares? Who gives a damn? Caleb Plant, one of my favorite fighters to watch, and ain't nothing black about him. Besides his soul, he black to the soul though, but he's a white fighter and I rock with him heavy. So don't do that. Whether you Mexican, I don't care what you are, Asian, Japan, it doesn't matter. European don't matter. I rock with them all, bro. I rock with them all. If you putting on in the sport, I rock with you. You got to catch up, man. You got to start paying attention. When you come here, you're going to hear real boxing. You're not going to hear a bunch of slander for 3-4 hours, bro. That's not what I'm on. That's not what I represent. So, you know, it's a lot of places you could go if you want to hear how people got exposed all day and duck talk all day. I don't do that. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Tank Maniacs is official. Tank is the first man to sign a contract advertising in Vogue magazine. Congrats to Tank, and Tank Maniacs are proud. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. Appreciate the support, homie. Yeah, man. Y'all got to catch up. I'll give anybody a chance to come here and build, but don't be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to argue, this ain't the channel for that. You want to be weird, this ain't the channel for that. But you want to be a part of a good conversation, this the channel for that. You get what I'm saying? This the channel for that. So you got to take a step back and stop being weird. You'll never hear me come up here and talk about who white and who black and who this, and that shit weak. I think you that other Jerry that been around for a long time. You might be that weak, that little weird dude too. I gotta keep my eye on you, Chief. But let's keep building, y'all. Let's keep building, man. Let's keep building. It's Keyshawn head, but yeah, man, it'd be all right, bro. Simple assault. You know what I'm saying? He'd be all right. He just got to smarten up, make better decisions, and understand the platform that you got. You got a big major promotional company promoting you in Top Rank. The eyes are always on you. Think about it. What you brought 10, 11,000 people out to your fight the last time in Norfolk, bro. You was about to do that shit again. You captured the imagination of the people. They believe that you could be one of them ones. Now you just got to see it through. You know what I mean? You got to taste of the limelight, the spotlight. You got a taste of the stardom, right? Not super stardom, but you knocking on the door, doing some special shit. So get it back. It's another hiccup for you. Let's see how he responds to it. That's what I've been saying all along. That's all you can do. You get what I'm saying? Making a mistake is one thing, but learning from it is something different. And if you can learn from it, then it's a lesson and not necessarily a loss. So, you know what I'm saying? Edwin has Keyshawn on a little shook. Why he felt the need to come in with weight. Nah, I don't think it was that. I think he miscalculated, bro. Just think about this, weed views. Why give an opportunity to somebody that you're scared of? Real talk. Like, I don't know how old you are, but I'm assuming you're an adult, right? As a man, do you give somebody an opportunity that you're scared of? Why even fight them? Like that, like we could start right there. Just ask that simple question. Why give him an opportunity? Nobody forced it. Nobody told him he had to do it. He did it. You get what I'm saying? Why give a guy an opportunity to be scared of him? This does not make sense. And seriously, like I can't account for what kind of advantage or disadvantage the extra weight would have been for him. I have no way to account for that. But what I could say is I don't feel as though it would have been a deciding factor as to who won the fight and why. Shout out to my homie Ryan. What's good with it, bro? What's good with you? You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. And real quick, man, it's just sparring. But you know, they take more punishment in sparring. Just look at this, and what's the first thing you see?
Oh! That was nothing. That was weak as fuck, nigga. That was weak as fuck.
Show your boxing. What did I say?
Oh, nice.
What stands out to y'all, yeah? And I know this is just one clip, but you get the point that I'm making here. If this shit is just strictly about size, the guy in the black should be dominating the guy with no chin. He should be getting his ass whooped because he's much smaller. What did he say right there? Wait for pay the bills. So, I ain't saying weight don't matter at all. I wouldn't say that because they obviously have weight classes for a reason. But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, I don't think it will be the deciding factor. If you're not skillful, you can be as heavy as you want to be, or you could be the heavier, bigger man, and you're going to get your ass beat. I've seen it too many times in boxing. I've seen it countless amounts of time, more times than I can count. The bigger guy getting beat up. I've seen it in real life as well. It's telling you, I don't know about y'all. Have you ever seen it in real life? You see smaller guy beat a big muscle bound guy. I've seen it before. It's bad, but it happens. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So it's not the end all be all. John BX, appreciate you, bro. Said, what the F is wrong with these dudes? Why would anybody say you playing race support? Yeah, send them to the shadow realm. You don't need that kind of poison here. How I was trying to say, bro, I'll be trying to let people make it, bro, because I'll be wanting to see if they gonna come back the next comment and just be mature, realize, kind of fill the room and see where they at and be like, you know what, this ain't that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not big on blocking people. I'll be trying to let them live, but that's so weird. Like I definitely don't play them type of games. Like I really watch boxing. I don't give a damn where you from in the world, bro. You could be from Asgard and Wakanda, bro. I'm watching. I don't give a damn, bro. I don't care. You could be from Mars. I'm going to watch. If you can box, I'm going to watch you. You get what I'm saying? Ooh, shout out to my homie Jay, man. I mean, John, pardon me. John BX always supporting the grind, man. Tio's going to the PBC. I seen a video. I didn't get to watch it, though. I did see it, but I didn't get to watch it. Something when you're killing yourself to make weight. Absolutely. 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 Like, that's why I put it in context. What I'm saying is weight is not the end all be all in these fights. And I don't think it would have been in their fight. But knowing that or hearing that, you know, De Los Santos started up at 190 all the way to 134 with Keyshawn being over, I think he was going to hurt him. And I think that was his plan. Was he wanted to come in comfortable. He figured he was going to be at the weight class. This was going to be his last fight there. He was just going to come in as comfortable as he wanted. That's probably was his thinking. He like, yo, this dude need the fight. He been off. He need the money, and it's a title shot. He going to take the fight, and it backfired. You know what I'm saying? If he strategically planned it, like I just said, then it backfired on him. Tell Tio next fight going to be on PBC. That'd be crazy if it is. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind. But I agree. We view. Shout out to you, bro. Man, Tio to the PBC. Nah, say it ain't so. Not Tio to the PBC. Not Tio from the PBC. Not Tio to the PBC though. You know what I'm saying? Not him. Tio would never leave Top Rank. I don't think so either. 2 cents boxing. Peace to the queen. What's up with it? How you feeling? Brian King was good, homie. Dre said, I'm like, Tank Davis gets snack out of boxing. That's why he missed weight, because he's trying to get big. Juice. Keyshawn Davis ain't on snack, bro. Keyshawn Davis ain't on snack. I don't know if you was aware of that, but he not. I get you. Yeah, I don't like snack. I feel you. My thing is how long it's been in the sport, but since it's been there, I don't think they had none of their fighters test positive. And I know people want to say, well, they got the undetectable this and the undetectable that. That's just convenient to say. I feel like the track record kind of speak for itself. I'm not speaking to the suspect ass individual and Victor. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm putting the onus on the fighters and saying I think these dudes are straight shooters. I don't feel like some of the best fighters in the world are cheating. And I said this before, everybody sporting a snack shirt is not on a snack regimen or program or supplements, so to speak. Some of these people getting paid for that shit, and it's just that simple. But for me, if you can isolate who you feel like is dirty and for what reason, I could level. But for me, the only thing where I can give people some leeway is the Victor Conte shit, because he is who he is, right? And just I get everybody's suspicion towards him, but I'm just looking at the fighters like, man, nah, too many of these guys, man. Everybody else getting caught popping dirty. I just think guys will get caught up at some point, you know what I mean? And the truth always comes to the light, man. I don't care how long you think you're gonna get away with something. Jordan, what it do, homie? Yeah, they ready to send Keyshawn to the gulag, man. They like, we done with him. We call it Jared Flu. Big Supreme is a fool, bro. He be fooling in them comments. He got chill. Oh man, it's a fool, man. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Jamaine Ortiz has some words, man. He has some words for Keyshawn himself, man. And this is the good thing about this when it's all said and done. It's fights that could come out of this. People are getting brave. People like, if you want to fight, we could do this. Oh, that was crazy. You shouldn't have did that. I'll welcome him to 140. So look, I like Jamaine Ortiz as a fighter. I think he makes good fights with guys. You know what I mean? Good matchups for guys. He's a little underrated, but some of that is his own fault because he allowed his fights to kind of like he don't create enough separation sometimes in his fights, and he allows the outcome be too close or be in question. You know what I mean? So that's the only issue I think with Jamaine Ortiz is getting completely over the hump where he's not allowing guys to, hang around the whole fight. And then every decision is like close, controversial, or debatable. That's just how his last few fights been. You know what I'm saying? That's been the story for him the last few years. So let's hear what he had to say. Conte never even made an undetectable PD. I know, but that's what they say. I try not to argue it. Snack the sweet science. They broke it down like I forget what the shout out to Behind the Hands TV again. He had Quentin Randall on. I think it was Quentin Randall. He asked Quentin Randall about snack, and he broke down. He gave some insight as to what snack is, and that's all it was. Like I think people just misinformed, and at this point, I don't even think I know they are, but because at this long with people saying this, they would have some type of example or something. It's just a bunch of like, I don't know, vague information, like shaky information, right? You should have examples. And that's the thing. I can't hang on to something with no examples. It's like, you get what I'm saying? At some point, it got to be something. Maybe somebody's performance is looking, abnormal or something. It got to be something. Where the red flags at other than the guy. I get it. The Victor guy, he's a red flag by himself. I get that. But as far as the fighters, where are the red flags when it comes to these fighters? Is dudes' heads growing, getting bigger? Is dudes all of a sudden looking like 5-10 years younger, right? Is any of that stuff? Like, I can't see none of this stuff with the naked eye. So I have really very limited shit to go off. I don't have any examples. I'm just listening to people because they don't rock with snack, and I get it, but shit, man, like as long as they've been in the game and not to have no athlete, not even one test positive, and then the excuse for it is going to be, well, they're detectable, they're undetectable, they got their that's very convenient to say. You get what I'm saying? We don't know that to be true. People think that. That's what I'm saying. So I'm very different with that kind of information. Like when I put stuff out like that, I want to be for sure. Like when I was changed, notice I was giving Ryan some type of grace because I was saying we don't know whether he intentionally or, did he intentionally or unintentionally ingest PEDs. And then after I got the information that told me directly that he did it on purpose, I came back and told y'all. It's the same thing. If I get any information like that, I'm going to come back and tell y'all, hey, man, this is what it is. But I'm telling you, I don't have the information to make those kind of accusations. You got to be able to respect the person that's not going to wake up and just lie to y'all and just make up some shit because it's popular. People don't like snap. So I'm going to start making videos talking about how this one cheating and this one cheating with no evidence. I've seen it around YouTube. It's nasty work, but I just can't do that because I don't have the information. You know what I mean? So that's that. You know what I mean? But let's keep rocking, man. We're going to rock for a bit more. Let's play this. Let's see what Jamaine Ortiz matches the Keyshawn Davis was. And again, shout out to Mill City because he interviewed him.
Keyshawn Davis, man. I mean, I was on live earlier and I said, listen, you go to 140, you should see my man Jamaine Ortiz. What you think? You think I'm right on the target there? Like, talk to me.
Well, first off, what I think about the situation, again, coming that much more overweight, he didn't look drained. He didn't look like he wanted to make weight. So, you know, if one's intention is to move up, then just move up. But I understand, you know, they want to defend. Maybe they think they can do it one time. But if you really think you can do it, then really try. But it didn't look like he really wanted it, and his intention was to go up to 140. So it just seems like clownish behavior, you know. He's coming at Abdullah Mason like we could get it on next, but knowing damn well you ain't gonna make weight and your intention is to move to 140. Talking about your body outgrew the weight. Well, if you knew your body outgrew the weight, then why you even messing with Abdullah and trying to talk shit for? Makes no sense. It's just clownish behavior. He won the world title from was really no match.
The guy was no match because Keyshawn was that much better than him. I'm tired of this. Like, Baranchik was getting respect for the Navarrete win and any other win that he got until he got to Keyshawn. I just want to point that out. Then all of a sudden, he's no match. That's because the guy he got in there with was that much better than him. That's why. Yeah, he ain't on Keyshawn level next, but he was a legit champion with legit wins, and he got taken out. I'm tired of this. I would love to see Jamaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis too, man. Hey, Keyshawn, you got smoked, man, at 40, man. 35 is a thing of the past. These dudes talking a lot. I want to see these fights. I want to see these matchups. Hey, listen, he messed up. I thought I would have thought he would have wanted to leave on a high note, but what blowing weight is not necessarily making the statement that you're looking to make. So I will always be clueless as to what was the thought process with that. That's pretty risky, you know what I mean? But shout out to Jamaine Ortiz. I like him. Good fighter. A little underrated and slept on, but some of that be to his own fault. You know what I mean? L.Boxing, the fax machine. What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
No match. And
Rob, what you doing?
Keyshawn was definitely going to get tested with De Los Santos.
Right.
And yeah, so we'll see. But if he's coming up to 140, you know, it ain't like the 135s. You know, the only threat down there was what Tank and Shakur, and he wasn't gonna mess with neither of them two. So to get any belts at 140, he's got to come. He's got to come, and it ain't gonna be easy up here, baby. It ain't gonna be easy up here.
I like it.
Treble to T.
Shout out to my homie L Dub, man. GM was good with it. Real quick, bro. I get it. Now let me just put this in some type of context. It's levels in boxing, GM, as we always talk about. The way I look at the Baranchik fight, he fought who he was supposed to fight. The guy that was winning, the guy that was a champion, the guy that beat Navarrete. There's nothing you could do about how good he is when he get to you. You just got to handle business, right? So if the consensus was that this guy is not on Keyshawn level, didn't he make it look like that? Wasn't even no, he didn't leave no question as to who was the better fighter. So it's about how you perform against these guys that we look at. You like, let's call this what it is. People looked at Baranchik as one of the weaker champions, the weakest champion, right? But it's how did he make him look? Did he make him look like, let me get him up out of here. He ain't on my level. That's what he did. So you got to respect it, because I bet you if it was Jamaine Ortiz that was fighting Baranchik and he won the title and it was Keyshawn Davis criticizing and taking the win away from him, he wouldn't be trying to hear that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? Fighters do this to each other all the time. That's why I don't take it personal, but it's easy to discredit some shit when you're not a part of it, when you ain't have to put the work in. Keyshawn had to go through a training camp, put the work in, make the weight that he didn't make this fight, right? And he had to go out there and beat a guy that was undefeated and beat Navarrete, right? He could have fumbled. Anything could have happened, but Keyshawn showed you his level as opposed to Navarrete. I mean, Baranchik's, right? So I was cool with it. And then you just move on to the next. And we just wasn't able to see that this past weekend because of the incident with the weight. And now we got to wait a bit longer to see what's next for him. But shout out to Dub, man. For me, what I said, Dub, I think should be next, bro. Think he, drop an apology, issue a statement, get out in front of this this messy situation. You know what I mean? Do that shit for your people, your brand, whatever. Do it for the sake of your career. You ain't got to do it for me. I don't need shit. I know what it was at the end of the day. Y'all got caught a little miniature crash out. You know what I mean? I got caught in y'all emotions and feelings, and that shit went how it went. But I think he should fight Nair Albright in a rematch. I think if he going up to 140, his brother just lost to Albright. Might as well try to give him the rematch. Albright said that this shit added fuel to the fire, and he just won his rematch. He won his rematch with Keyshawn. So I think with the backstory, it'd be dope. It'd be even crazier if they could really fight in Philly, because he willing to go to his hometown, hostile territory where he went. Like, I'm just saying, maybe I'm thinking some perfect storybook shit, but I think he should fight Nair Albright in a rematch at 40. William Old School, enjoy, brother, enjoy. Ortiz struggling his last fight versus Alamo. Hitchin stop Alamo. That's a fact. He didn't look good, and that's why I say he be talking a good one, but he be allowing fights to be too close and competitive where he don't create enough separation. It happened all the time. His closest fights, even the losses, some of the losses, even though some of his wins, it's always like he be just squeezing by. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, I just remember was acting like dude was going to be like Loma. They was. Baranchik, that's crazy work. No, he ain't nothing like Loma, but he's a good fighter. I think Baranchik's a good fighter, but I think Keyshawn is a level or two above him, respectfully. It showed. But he's a good fighter, solid guy. He's not trash to me, right? I don't call guys, I try not to call dudes trash. He a world champion. I ain't going to call him trash. He got there some kind of way. But I just think when we look at the whole entire landscape, he ain't at the absolute top where the other guys at, right? Like we expected Keyshawn to shine, and he did. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's all about. Like, I know guys that get opportunities and they don't take advantage of them the way Keyshawn did. They would allow a guy to hang around. Like Jamaine Ortiz, the way he talking right now, and there's nothing wrong with what he's saying, but he can't be struggling with no Alamos. Like Dub said, Richardson Hitchens, who people say that can punch and can crack, he stopped him. He destroyed the dude. You get what I'm saying? And then he fights him and struggles with him. And this is years after Hitchens fought him. So it's like, what is that really saying about you? T Hill was good with it, bro. But let's get through this, man. Let's hear what else he had to say, man.
Lopez and him specifically always calling out Tio that people do want to see you and Keyshawn if he does move up.
It'll be one that probably after this fight, who knows if we get to fight for an eliminator or a title if they make it, because, when one's a world champion in a division and they move up, they kind of give them that quick and easy access. But I'm gonna guard the door to get to the belts, Punches affect you different.
He say he gonna guard the door for the belts, man. So he basically he's saying he playing, I don't know, did he just volunteer to almost be like the gatekeeper or the guy that y'all got to fight before y'all get to the belts? Okay, Jamaine, you going to have a lot of smoke if you would really assume that role. So I seen Ortiz live. He talking beyond his actual performances. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Facts, bro. Boys in boxing getting his just due. You know it was happening, bro.
You dehydrate yourself. It's not about how hard somebody hits a lot of times. It's a lot of times how bad that other person have to cut weight.
And maybe that's why Keyshawn chose maybe not to cut the weight right there. Maybe why he figured out, it's my last time at this weight. I'm going to just do this, get this bag, go beat his ass and keep it pushing. But, sometimes things backfire. You miscalculate or you overthink a situation and you don't make maybe the best decision possible. And it's all good, man. Shit, you live and you learn. But I still my money on Key, man. Y'all talking crazy, man. Look, he gonna get that situation right. But I'm telling you, if I was him, man, go fight Albright. Now, and I want it in Philly too. I'm telling you, shut up all the noise. Everybody talking, I'll show up in Philly to fight. You know what I'm saying? Show that man, get that man his respect and give him another fight. Cigar talk was good, Najee. You feeling my guy? I was good with it. I remember Lone pulled out of the tank fight. A lot of people was calling for Tank versus Barranchi unification. Funny thing is the same people are saying Barranchi was trash opponent for Keyshawn. Now you know how that go, dub. Men who been saying asking for Key versus T's nobody. It's a good fight though. It's a cool fight, but I think Frank Martin is a lot better. Is more entertaining for the people, especially on paper. Stylistically, Hitchens a good fight. He got smoke at 40 for sure. I love it. He got smoke at 40. I want to see him fight Edwin still. He can't run forever. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Edwin, but I don't think he was running from him. I just think he made some bad decisions that led to his fight being called off. Like, nobody intentionally get they fight canceled for being scared and miss out on $1 million payday. I think whatever decisions he made, he miscalculated, and he might have not didn't account for this things going the way it went. Right, that shit happens. Right, you see it happen. So you get me. He lived to see another day. You know what I'm saying? How old is Abdullah? 21. Didn't expect to get it canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't expect. You see how confident he was on the scale. He like, man, the show must go on. He was talking like it was going on for sure. And I think his team stepped in for him. Samson saved a fighter. It was a smart move. You still getting paid, and you don't have to get your ass beat. Oh, is he 20? Thought he was 21. Thought he had 21. Might be tripping. But hold on. Let me go. Let's get back to this.
And
thought he was 21.
I think that has a big effect. So obviously, for De Los Santos's camp, they did a smart thing. Like, you know what? We're not gonna let this guy just not rehydrate, come in 10, 15 pounds over, and we had to work to really make weight. And you could have seen it in De Los Santos that he had to really work and had to struggle a little bit to make weight.
Yeah, he 21, y'all. He 21. Yeah, he turned not too long ago. He 21. We right. Yeah, just turned. That's why, because we so used to saying he 20. Like we were saying it for a while. He is young. I think who younger, him or Kid Austin? I forget. But they both two of the youngest up and comers. But he next up, man. Check Team Alifu. He was here when we talked about it, Big Supreme. I had it on the screen when he checked Team Alifu. Shouted him out. He already know. He doing work for the good people, man. You know, anytime he do interviews and it's somebody I rock with, I share him over here anyway. Shout out to my guy.
It wasn't easy. And to rehydrate, even though you rehydrate and to let the other one just not have to deal with that struggle, the punches affect.
Oh shit, my bad, Jack. Give me a second. That's what it probably was, man. You know what I mean? You wanted to come in fully rehydrated, healthy. You know what I mean? You ain't want to be depleted. And that shit backfired. You should have killed yourself to make that weight, man. Because I think he would have beat Buddy ass regardless. I do. I ain't gonna say like he would have just beat his ass, but I think he was gonna beat De Los Santos. Like a good neighbor. I think I seen it in his face. I feel like, and again, those reports of him being 190 pounds before the camp, he had the kind of camp I thought he had, sort of a fat camp for having so much time off, and you seen it in his face.
And to rehydrate, even though you rehydrate and to let the other one just not have to deal with that struggle, the punches affect you differently, you know? So it's definitely a mismatch on unfair advantage.
And I get that, man. Somebody that killed themselves and you ain't even try. Yeah, it's not the same sacrifice, and you figure it hit different. So it's not just the 4.3 pounds. It's the fact that I had to kill myself and I actually sacrificed and you did nothing. So it becomes an uneven fight, an unfair fight. You get what I'm saying? One guy killed himself to make weight. The other guy didn't. You know what I'm saying? And even try. So it seemed. Behind that, he said they offered Edwin to Abdullah, but his team strategically declined. Facts. That is a fact for the people. I don't know if y'all caught me when I said that on the live yesterday. I did get the info that he was offered to fight with Edwin De Los Santos, and they declined it. But probably was a smart move, you know. He's still developing as a fighter. That's a risky fight to take on short notice too, you know. But I only bring it up because the people anoint him over everybody already. And if he was over those guys that people putting him over, I don't think they turn that fight down. I think they take it and go smoke him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think personally. If they're looking at Abdullah the way some of the fans are looking at him, like placing him over world champions, established world champions, multiple division world champions. They just, oh yeah, he's over everybody. When that happens, and then you see them have an opportunity to fight a guy like Edwin, and they don't, then it's not consistent with what the people think, how he's being moved. You get what I'm saying? Chop shop. What's good, homie? How you feeling, bro? Santos at 190, yeah, he would look like round Oompa Loompa. I'm telling you, he said his. I seen him say his training camp started at 190. 190, man. No rush. Run your race, kid. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know, but it's the same thing for any other fighter, when they take a replacement opponent. You know what I mean? Shakur trained for Kid Austin, he got Padley. You get what I'm saying? Short notice fighters all the time. This shit happen. Mason, Cal. Mason did. Mason. I tell you what, though, I'll say this right off the bat. Because it's him, it's looked at as a smart move because people gonna always see the silver lining, the good in it. But if it was anybody else, if it was a couple of other guys and that was the situation and they said no, they'd be calling them ducks and saying everything else. I'm glad I don't take that approach because it's lame. But the reason that I would give for why they wouldn't take it is because of simply the short notice, and they prepared, for one specific guy in Nakatila, and that would be like throwing a monkey wrench in the program, right? So just to be on the, err on the side of caution and stick to the plan and stick to the script. You don't, deviate off your path. You got something locked in front of you. You focus. You figure you number 2 in the WBO. You don't necessarily have to take that fight. That's not a fight. It's not a push to shove kind of moment. Push come to shove kind of moment. But it is one of those where it lets you know that they're still moving them and developing. It's not, we're just taking any and every fight. Nah, they're being smart. They're being strategic because they know what they got with them. And they know that if developed and nurtured the right way, he going to be around for a while. They ain't thinking about the short term. They thinking long term. They thinking the long game. He got a career. The dude just turned 21. You don't need to deviate from the path because everything is working. So I think it's a good decision for that reason. And I don't talk duck shit. That's lame. But just for people that wanted to know, they had an opportunity and that didn't come to fruition. So it is what it is. I mean, what is Bud Crawford? I don't know. That's why there are no boogeymen in boxing. Nah. Regardless of the situation, but smart move, Jay Prince, for not fighting Edwin. Absolutely smart move. And I like what you said there, Dub. Dragon Assassin. It's no boogeyman. Because then you don't turn down smoke regardless of the situation, regardless of who you train for or none of that. You just say, I'll smoke him anyway. But it just goes to show you how fans think and move in their minds and how a real team moves. And I think they're a real unit. I think they move collectively and they make the right decisions. I think that because of that, they put the man, young Mason, in the best position possible. And it's only a matter of time. So if you don't got to rush. You don't got to force nothing. You can just keep doing exactly what you're doing. And the rest will take care of itself. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they kind of think somewhere along the lines, hey, man, behind the hands, man, I done locked one in for Saturday, bro. So I'm going to hit you when I jump off here in a short second. But we done lock one in for Saturday, man. So we going to make it happen, man. We for sure going to make it happen. But shout out to young Abdullah Mason for being thrusted into the spotlight and handling business. And looking impressive how he always do. Beat the fight out of Nakatia. Now he on to the next, man. You know? So I could see Mason's opponent fell through. Then they offered Santos, but it wasn't that way. I mean, for me, it's not a bad thing. Like, I ain't tripping off him not taking a fight. But I put it out there just for people, just to see, for people to know, a little FYI, and to see how people respond to it. But I do know if it wasn't Mason and it was other people that said no, they wouldn't have been given the grace. The champions, they wouldn't have been given the grace. Some of the other guys wouldn't have been given the grace. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would have been trying to hear that you said no. They wouldn't have been like, well, how long ago? They wouldn't care about none of that. They'll just criticize it. But I'm glad that people love Mason the right way, where they're able to appreciate him and see things in a logical manner. So I'm glad that people are not framing him out to be a duck. Not in this chat anyway. We're not going to do that. because it's not the case. We can have a logical conversation. You can make sense out of why they wouldn't take that move. And it's not about being scared or none of that. But like Dub said, that boogeyman shit is a fantasy. It's not real. It's not. Yeah, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna tap in with you once I jump off, man. They're about to make Mason the face the top rank. And be smart. We'll be smart. You know what I mean? Keyshawn for presidente. He said, Shakur better worry about Peter. Core locked in. I mean, I'm pretty sure behind the hands could tell me better than I could tell y'all better than I can. Core ain't worried about nothing. Shakur said he ain't worried about nothing that happened this weekend and none of that. He just worried about the fight. He said he locked in. He trying to make a statement July 12th. So he focused. And from what I hear, he focused too. Santos is a southpaw, very different fighter from Nagatil. Hell yeah, he fast, and I think he hits harder. Absolutely, I agree. Chop, man, he much younger too. He much younger, but yo, you know what? I'll say this. I think Mason would have been fine because I think Santos had too much weight to cut, and I think it would have backfired. I think his punch resistance would have been compromised. I really do. I could be wrong, but I think he would have got hurt. I do, simply because of the weight cut. And I don't feel like he's so talented to the point where Mason wouldn't be able to get to him, figure him out, or hit him, or none of that. And I feel like you lose a certain amount of weight, man, and you had less time to focus on strategy and game planning, probably get hurt. But Mason will be right there. Number 2, he'll be fighting for a title watch in a couple fights, and he's going to be beating somebody's ass soon. He's showing the businessman folded. Yeah, Saturday he did. He did. Bad decisions, man. Bad decisions. But he lived to fight another day. Mason beats Keyshawn too. Corey Fields was good with it. Listen, I know y'all high on Mason. I ain't mad at y'all. Mason got a really good chance at beating guys, man, and giving dudes hell, if not beating them. But I'm not putting him over the champions. I think he just need a little bit more experience. And I don't mean a ton of fights. I mean a little bit more experience. And I think he'll be ready. Throw him in there with whoever. But until that, I can't do that. Me personally, you know what I mean? People ain't even, I don't know, you see him past the 6th round yet? That shit like that matters. I used to think it didn't when I was younger watching boxing. You hear people say shit like that, like, he never even had a 10-round fight. He never even went the distance. He never even went 12. I used to think that was all BS. And then I seen one of my favorite fighters go 12 rounds for the first time. And I seen the struggles or the challenge that it presented for him. And I understood differently. I learned something that day. So sometimes I ain't saying he can't do it, but he hasn't fought the caliber of fighter that Keyshawn is to just say that he'll beat him, just like it's nothing to think about. For me, I can't just say it's not that easy. It's not that cut and dry. You get what I'm saying? Think about something, y'all. I want some people to pay attention to this. For everybody that's saying Mason beats Keyshawn Davis right now, I have no problem with that, right? Because everybody has an opinion. I get it. I know what y'all see. I see this shit too. But why do you think Bob Arum, like, I'll just play the clip real quick. Just listen to Bob Arum. Just listen to Bob. I'll let Bob talk. Just listen to Bob real quick. Listen to what.
Did you like that interaction with your next big star, Abdullah, and your current Keyshawn going at it a little bit?
Well, that's fine. That's okay. They're words. Words don't upset me. As long as they keep their hands to themselves, they can say whatever they want about each other, because it figures whether it's 2 years or 3 years or 1 year, they're going to eventually end up fighting each other.
Do you like the idea of it next, like Keyshawn requested, or do you think it needs a little bit more time?
Well, I think that Abdullah hasn't had near the experience that Keyshawn has. So he just needs that experience before he's ready to step in a ring with Keyshawn.
Awesome.
Now, just because Bob Arum says it, don't mean it got to be a fact. But I would consider the fact that the guy that's guiding both of the career, he's hands-on, he know who was fighting who. Why is it that Abdullah Mason got more fights than Keyshawn, and Keyshawn had a world title? Keyshawn is quality over quantity. With Mason, it's quantity over quality. It's not a knock on him. They're developing him a different way. Remember, he don't have a silver medal to speak of. Keyshawn do. So he came out the gate being moved a totally different way. No slight to Abdullah Mason. They have moved guys up from 126 and things like that for him to fight him. That's not the case with Keyshawn. Keyshawn Davis has never fought an opponent with a losing record. They moving them differently because I think of the Olympic pedigree and the experience. Him having a silver medal. So he came in the game making a different type of money too. It's just a little different. But he's not far off. He's not far off. But just think, they're being moved a certain way for a reason. The man that's got both fighters, he like, yo, Keyshawn got considerably more experience. Not right now. He's a little while away from that, but he right there. He banging on the doorstep. Abdullah Mason at this point, bro, the hell with knocking on the door. He got his back to the door, kicking it with his foot. You get what I'm saying? That's where he at. When it comes to Abdullah Mason and getting a title or to that next level, that's where he is. He ain't at the door with his fist banging on the door. He got his back to the door with his foot up, just kicking it. Boom. That's where he at. And it's just a matter of time before the door give in. So he gonna be there. He gonna be right there. Right there. It's only experience for me. I try to be logical about it, right? If they fought the same exact type of competition, then maybe we having a different conversation. But as far as skillfully, yeah, he'll be able to compete with anybody, but experience could hurt him. Like you've seen it in the only fight that he got dropped, where he looked human, right? Got dropped twice. That's experience. That wasn't a matter of skill or lack thereof. You get what I'm saying? So he gonna be right there giving everybody hell, bro. Say hide your belts when you see keep pop. You stupid. Corey, shout out to Corey. What about Hitchens? I like Hitchens. He's another good fighter. Very skillful dude. Disciplined, fundamentally sound fighter. Smart, can box, has pedigree as well. Hitchens is underrated because people don't like his style or they feel like he's not a big power puncher or something like that. But that kid can fight. He always been amongst the best fighters in the world. And he's been in there with some of the best in the gym. Like he put his work in, man. Africa is just getting started, respectfully, man. If Mayweather Promotions would have put more time and energy behind him, more people would have been talking about Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking about him since he was way over there, where people was like, man, what they doing with Hitchens? I'm like, I'm telling you, he's going to be a world champion. And look, I've been saying that about Richards and Hitchens for years. I knew it. They kept, nah, Just, he missing something. Before I was Just Do, I was telling people Richards and Hitchens going to be a world champion. Before I was Just there, nah, he missing something. I'm telling you. I'm like, oh, he going to get a title. And he got one. Andy Cruz can't beat Keyshawn because they'll never fight. Andy's 135 coming off a long ass layoff. Keyshawn and Andy Cruz, will they ever fight? I mean, shit, Keyshawn, the only person he would have fight coming off a long layoff is De Los Santos, but I don't think that's why he picked him. De Los Santos was calling his name. He said, yo, you forgot we was on FaceTime. He's like, yo, what's up? He called him out. So he kind of answered the call. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think if he would have stayed quiet, I don't think he would have selected De Los Santos. I think he selected him because he was opening his mouth. But wish he would have finished seeing it through and made the weight and all that shit. The fact that he didn't, it sucked. You know, it sucked. I might as well beat TL. Yeah, if TL fight him. TL ain't gonna fight him. Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Daddy. Shit, no the hell he ain't. If Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz fight next, I got Keyshawn Davis. He looked like the better pro to me. Like the better pro. If this was still the amateur system, then Andy Cruz might have something to say. But the fact that we know him more for the amateur wins against Keyshawn Davis than anything he's done as a pro is bad. It's bad, bro. You know, it's bad as a boxer. Label on the crew. Then, oh, he's stupid, man. Andy Cruz, little Lloyd, look at that. You stupid. Yeah, you do look like Lloyd. He do look like Lloyd. You stupid, bro. Drake. So I feel you just do. Yeah, man. You know, that's what I think. It's all about experience, bro. That dude is you know what I mean? But Keyshawn has a what? He got a vital weakness mentally. I don't know. I think he shows some moments of weakness, Hego. You know, I don't want to say that he's just mentally weak. Because I think for anybody to be a boxer, to go through training camps, to put yourself through that stuff consistently and lock in, I think it speaks volumes about you, right? But he might have some character flaws, and that can lead to some issues for him, if that makes sense, if that's fair to you, right? I mean, obviously, you know, he has some issues mentally. He was in a mental institution before. He put that out there himself. So it might be some truth to it. So some of that could be mental health related. You never know. But I mean, I think we all got issues. It's just all how you manage them and deal with them, right? And that's all. And you just seeing him have a moment where he flashed out a bit, and hopefully we'll never see this side of him again, right? You know what I mean? Especially as long as he's an active boxer, because it's just not something that you need, right? You building, man, and any little hiccup along the way, they're gonna magnify it, right? So shout out to the Chop Shop. Salute Just and Miss Just. Just a little something for all your hard work, man. I appreciate you, Chop. Much love, Brody. Appreciate that support. Shout out to the Chop Shop. So that's where we at. So we'll see, man. I think his mental is being tested now, though. And as far as how he'll respond remains to be seen. But we're going to see. I think he should fight Albright in Philly. Swear he should. Fight Albright in Philly. Tell him fight Albright in Philly. Say, yeah, this to make up for it, man. Y'all travel to Philly and we going to kick ass, bro. Said Shushu repping Brooklyn. Watch out. He on the come up. I seen Shushu fight a couple times, Corey. He nice. He got a good team, good family behind him. Some people think some of the fighters, I think one of the fighters called him out for shrinking down at 26 to make 26. They say he bigger than that, but he keeps shrinking down to make that little ass weight class. But I like Shushu. He's big Supreme stupid. He just talking. He from there, so he don't even believe it. He knows Shushu what it was, man. You know it. But yeah, he nice, man. He got a good family around him, good people, good team. And he focused, right? I like how he answered questions and do interviews. He's a very articulate, intelligent fighter. You could tell. He uses his head, man. He's a smart dude. He ain't just a guy that sounds smart. You know he's intelligent. You can tell. Kelvin just ain't it for me. You just need a lot of work. I think some of that was the time that he spent off as well, right? Being like kind of that late bloomer when you consistently lock in. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you kind of seeing. So his developmental process, I think, is a bit different. His learning curve is a bit different than the other brothers, I think. You get what I'm saying? And that's what you see. You seeing Juice, man, he younger, he's staying locked in at a younger age, and you're going to see it. You're going to see the benefits of that. And then he got two brothers that's kind of guiding him, and he's able to learn. And then it's a number of different guys that he's able to work with in the pros and get that world-class work. So you expect to see the brother look better than him. You know, expect Keon to be sharp, bro. I think he's going to be something. I do. I really do. Think he's going to be nice. Shout out to the Haneys, a new face of boxing. Simo won. He said, shout out to the Haneys, a new face of boxing. Hey, look, Simo, I rock with the Haneys, B. I rock with them. They ain't the face of boxing, the new face of boxing, but I rock with them, though. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to be the face of boxing, bro. He one of the faces in boxing. He one of the more talked about fighters, for better or for worse. And he one of the more talented guys in the world. I knew somebody was going to come. Opulent can't take it. Bro can't take it, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a cool bottom line. Keyshawn beat to your ass. If anything ever happened, I'm telling you. It always say, here we go watch it. That Mike Tyson interview he did made me disgusted. And lastly, man, the faces. So, and lastly, man, we got some Cam and Mace, man. Cam and Mace gave their opinion on the situation. Let's hear what they had to say in this little clip. Roll the clip.
They had to be escorted by security. So the reason I say jump is they're claiming that they didn't jump him, they just headbutted him. But the opponent here is saying that they jumped him. All depends on what your definition of being jumped is.
Him, you headbutting him? That's crazy.
Depends on what your definition of jumping is. So, but there was a confirmed altercation. There's videos, all of that. So, how do you feel about the way they handled their brother's loss? Because they didn't involve the two of them. They, you know, the opponent Nahir was celebrating backstage. They heard it. They went inside and, you know, put hands on it.
I think it's very unprofessional, but just think about if you walk past the room, killer, and niggas like, yeah, I got that nigga, yo. I was gonna knock that nigga out, and he talking crazy about you as you walking past.
I had to deal with that at the verses. I conducted myself like a professional and just kept walking.
Yeah.
And that might have been worse than that. That was an ass whooping. So yeah, you have to control yourself,
you
man.
gotta control yourself. Yeah.
Yo, they stupid. Yo, them dudes is dumb, man. They can make anything funny just because they be laughing. He said they was getting served like that at the verses. Say he still conduct himself as a professional. He said that was an ass whooping. Cam is an idiot, man. Cam is an idiot. But one last clip, man. My guy had sent this to me. She got emotional over it. Her heart was hurt over this, man. Look.
Hello, I'm the world's #1 boxing fan, Kat Taylor. And I was at the fight last night up in Norfolk. Champion Keyshawn Davis and that entire squad needs to be suspended. They have to feel the repercussions of what they did from a business perspective. He doesn't deserve jail time, but Top Rank, he does deserve, him and his brothers deserve to be suspended. He wouldn't have never carried on with my brothers like this. And my heart goes out to Champion Wu because I screamed him into a win last night. I was screaming to the top of my lungs for this champ. And he did it. He did it. And he can't even enjoy being a world champion because of this. He's supposed to be enjoying himself right now. He's supposed to be living in the moment. But instead, his family, his friends, his fans are upset and devastated, and himself, by what happened to him. He did not deserve this. Top Rank, Keyshawn Davis and them Davis boys, not only do they deserve to be suspended, they need to go to anger management for 6 months, 240 hours. And they need to feel it in their pockets from a financial standpoint. They don't deserve jail time, but they need to feel it financially. We don't represent this. We all, as fighters and fans, we all have a bit of aggression in us, but we have to learn to control ourselves. And it's not about the what if this would have happened and what if that would have happened. None of that matters. Only thing that matters is justice for Champion Wu. And I hope you all do good by that champ and get him justice.
I'm about to block Big Supreme, man. This man is cold, man. See the McDonald's drive-thru while she recording out there. Y'all ain't nothing, man. Shout out to Kat Taylor. I mean, I see her be a little bit emotional about it, but I get it. Look, she was really rooting for him. She wanted to see everything on the up and up. And I could understand, I level with her a bit. But when it's all said and done, I shout out to Nair Albright, yo. He handled the situation like a G. The dude went and did an interview immediately, yo. The knot was still swelling on his head. He still did an interview. Bro showed it off. He went back, Bo Mack and Terrence Crawford went back there and took pictures with him and apologized on behalf of Team Davis. So all ain't bad. And they filed a simple suit or something like that. I don't know what's gonna come of that, but I don't think, man, I just got something on file. That's what it sounded like. They just put a record on file, but I ain't messing with y'all, man. I ain't messing with y'all, man. Oh man, he said we're not gonna let you hit Angie Stone. Yo, y'all terrible, man. Getting that, you stupid, man. Y'all terrible. Y'all hit that like button if y'all have. Make sure y'all notifications on, man. And we gonna keep growing, man. Her baby daddy got child support every week because of her. Tell no lie, but ESPN is crazy. Y'all crazy, man. He just was explaining what happened, though, man. You know, it was a lot going on for Wu, man. Just went out there and won. He was trying to enjoy his dub. But shout out to DB3, man. Do better 3. That's what that stands for. Do better, man. Shout out to y'all, though, man. I'm still a supporter, just not of the wild events. But y'all got a chance to live another day. I don't think it's the end of the road for them. I think Keyshawn, this ain't the last you'll hear of the business, man. He got some options, whether it's Nair Albright at 40 or one of those other guys, and Frank Martin, who's calling for the smoke, like Jamaine Ortiz, all these different guys, right? So that's what it is. But, yeah, Albright was just responding to what happened. I don't look at him as a snitch, per se, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think he even pressed. He didn't look pressed. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with a fight. I'm sure he would. I'm sure he will. He getting paid. We put hands on Key. Yeah, I mean, a rematch should happen though. I like the rematch though. I like the rematch. I ain't gonna lie. Extra sweet. Sorry, y'all terrible, man. But again, man, DB3 continues. What's next for them is redemption, man. You know what I mean? They about to rebound in a real way. I think Juice Man gonna continue winning. Kelvin Davis should be motivated. He probably going to work hard to get himself back on the winning side of things. I know Keyshawn Davis going to have to prove some people wrong. He got some ass to beat. You know what I mean? Straight like that. Man, y'all terrible. Don't forget the large Oreo McFlurry. Y'all terrible. Albright was key best op to this date. Low key. He did give him a scrappy fight, Will. Good point. Press them charges the Haney way. You stupid, eh? I'm tired of y'all, yo. I ain't messing with y'all no more. Yeah, man. Yeah, he just little headbutt, little butt, you know, little headbutt. But yeah, I think they just like filed a report type thing. You know what I'm saying? Put it on file that something happened. That's all. I ain't tripping on Albright, man. He want to fight. I know he want to fight. I know if he got to pick whether he's suing or getting a fight, he gonna take that fight. So shout out to Nair Albright, man. Shout out to DB3. Hopefully they make their return sooner than later. And we'll see. Devin Haney, keep trying to be great, man. Tomorrow, don't forget Teofimo denying Devin Haney greatness. He know if Devin beat him, he gonna pass him up, and that's what he don't want. That's why he gonna sit there and talk crazy like that, because he don't. He rather not fight this man straight like that, y'all. So nobody saying nothing with Oscar and Bob's too. Yeah. You know how I go, Chop. He said, I want a 2 McFlurry, 4 apple pies, 3 Big Macs, and fish fillet, no bread, because I want to die. You forgot the large Coke, Kyle. Kyle, you forgot the large Coke. I mean, the Diet Coke. You forgot the Diet Coke. Shout out to everybody, though. Much love to everybody that rocked. I appreciate all the support. As always, everybody. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you do. And, man, y'all tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. We're going to build some more on this boxing, man. Raymond Muay is the fully elevated IBF champion. Andy Cruz and Mishiro will be fighting for a title eliminator. So don't forget, y'all, you could very well see Andy Cruz possibly being Raymond Muay is mandatory for the IBF strap. That'll be a good fight between them two. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. But much love, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all. Good Monday, man. And we'll be back tomorrow, man. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.